Hello, one and all. I don't know if this is working though. I don't hear my music no more. I think I turned the music down too low. Let me give it a little bit more volume so we got a nice little ambience in the background. All right, sorry. Let me say what's up to the chat. All right, what's going on, my beautiful benders? What's going on, SW? Ahan, Cake, Ethan Craig, the Meme Machine, that Edit Kid, Mochi Princess, Gabby Smith. How are you guys all doing? We got a lot, and I mean a lot of news to cover. As you guys may be probably aware, the last few days has been pretty busy for Avatar and Avatar content. Now, I don't mean just the Avatar Netflix stuff, but I mean Avatar Studios. Let me look through some of the stories that we're gonna be going through today. We're talking about some Avatar Studio stuff. We're talking about a big Paramount blast that's coming out. Braving the Elements is back. The podcast is back. We got some new lore that came out of that podcast. We got a whole bunch to cover in terms of Netflix. Netflix just drops so much content on us. What else we got? We're also gonna be talking about. We're gonna be looking at the new quiz. The new quiz from Netflix, which looks great. We also got a few videos. Daniel Day Kim and the. Oh wait, hold on. Hey. That's not until later. But yeah, we have some Daniel Day Kim thirst tweets to look over. We got some reactions to look through. Some delays for the comic books. We got some big articles. There's a lot, guys. There's a lot today. It's gonna be pretty crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Hey, what's going on, Duram? What's going on, Ravane, I think. Yes, super excited for February. February is gonna be a good month. I can already tell for Avatar. Also, that Edit Kid said, yeah, same. So excited for February, exactly. Where my water benders at? Right here, bro. Water bending right here. I know they recently did a podcast that covered the episode where Aang was revived. Yeah, they did. We actually did a live stream about that 2 days ago, I want to say. But how have you guys been? How has your week with Avatar been? What was your favorite thing about Avatar this week? That's what I want to hear from the chat before we get into the news. Just so we can, see who's in here and everything like that. So, the new wallpapers? You mean the new posters that just came out? Or did they also just announce some wallpapers? Hold up, let me see. Netflix wallpaper? Avatar? I don't see anything new. All I saw were the new posters that came out, not the wallpapers that just came out today. YouTube being slow again. Uh-oh. February is going to be a great month. ATLA and Shogun. Oh, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Shogun, which I believe is coming out on Hulu FX, I think. So I definitely want to watch that one. Gabby says favorite thing for them was the new Netflix trailer. That was probably a highlight for me, too, I want to say. I would say it's the collection of all that. The photos of Azula. Okay, yeah, I like the photos of Azula. The one where she had the archery stuff going on, and then she had the new poster today. The trailer was awesome. Yes, it was indeed. I think it's on Instagram. Yeah, no, those are just posters. Yeah, those aren't wallpapers. I think you just might have been using different terminology. But yeah, those are just new posters. All right, cool. So let's look into our first news item here. First off, let me get this set up right, because every time I reset my stream thingy, it never brings over what it should bring over. Hold on, let me see if I can make this work. Safari, boom. Done. There we go. All right, and let's do a bit of a refresh on here so you guys can actually see it. Boom. All right, cool. All right, so I mean, this seems like such a long time ago, but only 1 month ago did we get the official Avatar Studios website, which came out this month. If you didn't know, the official Avatar Studios studio put out the website, which basically has nothing on it. It just has the bending quiz, Some stuff about the Avatar verse, and that's gonna be on Paramount Plus. That there's Avatar in concert, Legend of Korra is on Paramount Plus. The abysmal game Quest for Balance, which we don't talk about because that is really bad. But the main thing that people were stoked about were the bidding quiz, which we're gonna talk about this a little bit later because we're gonna do another bidding quiz made by Netflix. Netflix marketing team is way better than Nickelodeon's and Avatar Studios marketing team. I'm gonna say that right now because their quiz, I haven't even done it yet, but I've seen like a few questions from it, and it is much, much better than the simplistic quiz we got for Avatar Studios and which bender you'll become. The live action Shirsu was the best thing for me this week. Oh, I mean, the live action Shirsu was it's pretty killer. Pretty good. Oh, that and Heibai. Yeah, Heibai was crazy. Heibai was crazy. Wondering how scary. Yeah. You can only imagine how scary Ko is going to be based on like what we've seen of like Heibai and oh boy. Oh, in the Shirsu. Wish I could attend Avatar The Last Airbender in concert. Oh, okay, we're going to talk about that as well. But there has been an announcement, which, by the way, do I even have that on my announcement thread? I don't think I do. Ooh, I left that off of my news. Ooh, bad Antoine. Hold on, let me actually put that on there because, yeah, Avatar in concert expansion. Because, yes, it's expanding to 100 new cities. Well, I mean, we're already here, and I'm already kind of done with the Avatar Studio stuff, so a good segue. So, if you guys didn't know, Avatar The Last Airbender concert series expands to 100 city world tour because it's sold out at London, San Francisco, and then the other city that I'm not thinking about right now. It completely sold out. So, they definitely are going to be doing more of this because if it's making money, they want to make more money. And freaking Nickelodeon needs money. Like, that's like a big thing for Nickelodeon. They always are short for cash, it seems like. What do you think are the chances of Aang learning about Sozin's comet in the north after a time jump? Rather than, you're getting ahead of yourself, Dylan. We're gonna talk about that later. A nightmare fuel for this generation. You mean Heibai? Oh yeah, Heibai is definitely nightmare fuel for sure. All right, let's go ahead and read this article real quick. Following sold-out dates in London, New York, and San Francisco, the Avatar: The Last Airbender concert series is expanding in a 100-city world tour. Beginning in September, the music of the hit Nickelodeon series will travel to cities across North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. That's awesome that they're actually going to Asia Pacific. The over 2-hour concert, produced by GEA Live, brings Avatar: The Last Airbender's iconic musical score to life with an orchestra as fan-favorite moments from the series are shown on screen. Dates and tour details will be announced this spring. Avatar: The Last Airbender composer Jeremy Zuckerman has teamed up with his show co-creators Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, as well as the original editor Jeff Adams, to expand Avatar's compositions for the world tour. Some of these compositions are over 20 years old. Hold on, before I continue on, I'm going to read some of the chat. We are getting Wang Shi Tong in the live action, apparently. Maybe. I was alluding to that in my breakdown of the latest trailer, that when Aang, what does he do? He's on his air scooter, and then he smashes into that statue. I was like, ooh, is that an allusion to Washington Tong? But someone's like, oh no, that's an owl cat, which is different from the owl that we're familiar with. Which, by the way, now I think about it, Wang Shi Tong is only an owl. He's like Bosco, the bear, who's just a bear, right? Washington Tong is not a hybrid animal, right? But yeah, no, definitely not in season 1. Not showing up in season 1. Yeah, I agree. It's because they had been casted, even though book 2 has not been greenlit. Yeah, book 2 has not been greenlit yet, which we're going to talk about later in this video, or in this live stream as well. But yeah, has not been greenlit as of yet. Yeah, I agree. It's because they had been casted, even though book 2 has not been cast. How long do you think the events of the show will take in live action? Like in the animated show, it's only a year or so. I think it's going to be 3 years minimum. 3 years minimum, even could be longer than that. But I think 3 years is going to be the minimum for the TV series. His messengers were only foxes. That's true. That's right. The messengers were only foxes. They weren't hybrids. But I think they did that because of the kami. I think is it called kami, not kami. What's the name in? There's a name for the foxes in Japanese mythology. Inari, right? I think Inari. I'm not sure. I'm not Japanese, obviously, so I don't really know. No, he's just a spirit. Yeah, he's just a spirit, right? So he's just a giant owl. He's not a hybrid animal. And we know in the world of Avatar, if you're not a hybrid animal, you're weird. That's what they said about the Earth King's pet. Anyway, let's continue on. So some of these compositions are over 20 years old. It didn't occur to me then that the music would be so enduring, Zuckerman told Variety. I think that its longevity is a testament to the quality of the Avatar: The Last Airbender story, as much as, if not more so, to the quality of the music. Now, years later, there are so many things I wouldn't do compositionally and creatively. In my mind, the music was being generated by an orchestra, but that was so beyond the budget. It didn't even enter into the realm of possibility. And now here we are, 20 plus years later, actually getting to hear this music performed by an orchestra, sounding close to what it would have been like in my 26-year-old self most indulgent. Oh my god. In my 26-year-old self's most indulgent fantasies. And awesome. That's crazy that he actually started Airbender when he was 22. That's actually pretty young to land a gig for composing something. Like usually you're in your 30s. Like when did Ludwig? If you guys are familiar with Ludwig's that he's like the most popular composer right now. He does like Black Panther and Mandalorian and stuff like that. When did he start? How old is this dude? He's 39 years old. So yeah, I would say he got big about like 10 years ago. So yeah, he was about 29 years old. He was about 30 at that time. That's about the time when, composers break through. So for him to break through, for him to break through at 26 years old, that's an achievement right there. That is an achievement. And also, I wonder if in the future we might get a remaster of The Last Airbender with the orchestra, like having it remastered with like the live music that we have now. That'd be really cool. Yeah, he was 26 years old. That's crazy. And also, what's up, Israel? And Sita, what's going on? Tommy, what's going on? Graydon, if I miss anybody, say hello and I'll say hi back to you. Super Dude, what's going on? Oh, that Diana Tessoy does look like a potential Toph candidate. Oh, you guys are talking about Toph people already? The Toph has not been cast yet, guys. I don't know if you guys are just hearing these as rumors or what, but I'm sure I think this is what's going to happen, okay? Book 1's going to come out on Netflix. It's going to do really well. I think it might do better than One Piece, if I'm being honest. I think it might do better than One Piece. When that happens, Netflix is going to announce, Book 2 is live, where they now can go into production. I would say maybe like a month after that announcement, maybe 2 months, we will find out who our Toph is going to be. I think that's what's going to happen, in my opinion. Anyway, let me continue reading. Ada Knitsko, it is deeply gratifying to see Jeremy Zuckerman's incredible music from the original series get the epic treatment we always knew it deserved. The fans have shared our passion for his score for nearly 2... Oh, and by the way, the reason why this is very significant that he's getting a live orchestra to play it is because back in that time, back in like 2005, when all this was like starting off with The Last Airbender, they were using mostly synth, which is basically like a synthetic music, instruments, like not actual instruments. So that's why it's so beautiful now that they get to be able to do it fully. Like they can do a full orchestra versus it just being like a computer-generated piece of music. The fans have shared our passion for his score for nearly 2 decades, and we're so proud to have brought it to life and delivered it to them in such a powerful way. Zuckerman hopes the show will also tug at fans' heartstrings. All you have to do is like the story to enjoy the show. At least that's my intention, he said. I hope people from all walks of life come to see it. I want to leave feeling like they got their money's worth. Oh, I didn't even think about how much it cost. How much does it cost to actually go to this concert? I hope it's not too pricey. And maybe slightly put through the ringer emotionally in the best way possible. The Emmy-winning Avatar: The Last Airbender ran... Actually, what? Oh, I didn't even know that Avatar: The Last Airbender won Emmys. Probably won for like Best Animated Show or something, huh? Ran for 3 seasons from February 2005 to July 2008, becoming one of the most beloved animated series ever in the process. In 2021, Nickelodeon announced the launch of Avatar Studios, which aims to create original content from the worlds of The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. First project is a feature-length animated movie focused on Avatar Aang, which will hit theaters on October 10th, 2025. Is there a list of the cities? I mean, the world tour? Not yet. They have not announced the actual cities yet, but there's going to be 100 cities. So I'm very sure that they'll be much closer to us. Because I was so surprised they didn't have one in Los Angeles. I wonder if the Hollywood Bowl is just too expensive or something. The teaser trailers viewer counts are already surpassing. This is somebody who's saying this. Duram is saying this in the chat. The teaser trailers viewer counts are already surpassing One Piece. So it's not a bad bet to assume it will surpass One Piece popularity. Yeah, I think it's... I'm surprised they haven't already, just based on those numbers. unless the show was like really bad or something like that. Or they haven't already greenlit like a season 2. But I think it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen. If it's at least as good as what the trailers have been, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. But I think that kind of segues me into the next one and the next news item. Oh, which is this other article from what is this? NickLive.net. Speaking about Paramount to set the stage for Avatar: The Last Airbender's comeback later this year, which I think this is like significant in that before we weren't really getting a lot of Avatar studio news. I mean, we just heard about all the stuff with the Avatar concert, and now we have like stuff like this, meaning that hey, we're seeing progress happen here. We're seeing a progression of Avatar Studios content seeming to come out. Hey, what's going on, Zealous Gaming? Dallas or Austin, Texas, please. Huge, or even San Diego. Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't any in San Diego either. But I'm almost certain you're definitely gonna see Avatar in concert in either Dallas or Austin or Houston. More likely, I think Austin. I think Austin would be the best bet if they're doing just one city in Texas. The trailer has 97% positivity rating. Ooh, that's awesome. All right, cool. So Avatar: The Last Airbender is set to make a major comeback over the next few years with a series of movies set in the Avatarverse in the pipeline from Avatar Studios, the first of which a currently untitled film featuring Avatar Aang and the rest of the gang as adults. Although the release of the first Avatar: The Last Airbender movie is currently set to release in theaters on October 10th, 2025, which is still a fair bit away at the time of posting, it seems that Paramount has some big plans for Avatar: The Last Airbender later this year. Speaking to Toy World magazine, Jamie Drew, Executive Vice President, Consumer Products and Experiences, Paramount Global, revealed that Paramount will be setting the stage for the long-awaited reinvention of the iconic franchise later this year. So that's awesome. So it means that we're going to get like we should. Actually, now that I think about it, if the movie's coming out at the end of next year, like October of next year, how soon do teaser trailers come out for movies? I wonder. How soon do teaser trailers come out for movies? Usually I feel like it's like 3 months before a movie comes out though. So I don't think we would see, but if they're saying here that we're going to get something huge, I think we might get some sort of like mini teaser like at the end of this year for the movie or whatever else they're going to, talk about with Avatar Studios. So that's kind of crazy. Okay, so while Drew didn't get into specifics, it seems like promotions for the movie are set to start later this year. And that sounds like a good guess, I would say. So that's basically what that whole thing was. It was just an interview with one of the president of consumer products at Paramount, talking about how, hey, we're going to be doing lots of stuff with Avatar at the end of this year. So, hey, what's going on, Lord? Welcome. Oh, One Piece was only a 65% positivity rating? Well, that's crazy. I didn't know that. In comparison to the 97 that Airbender's getting? I'm telling you, it's almost guaranteed that it's going to be renewed for a second season. Yeah, it's the music capital of Texas. Oh, Austin. Yeah, that's why I said Austin, because that's also where they have that convention, right? Or that festival. I forget the name of it. But that's why I was like, yeah, Austin for sure needs to have the concert. Yeah, I think by the end of the year we could get like not like a full teaser trailer, but I think we would get like like one of those like one shot teaser. Like how like when the Airbender movie was coming out, the M Night one, we got just like a Aang in the middle of the that temple, and he was doing his ritual and his katas, and then it shows him like blowing wind out, and then we see the Fire Nation. We could get something like that, I think, like something like a single shot, maybe 2-shot teaser at the end of this year. I think is what's gonna happen. Austin Music Limits. I don't think that's what I'm thinking about, but yeah, that's another one. Austin Music Limits. For the Batman, it was a year early, but never mind. Just remembered COVID delays. Yeah, and then COVID delays, so that's not true. So we don't. I feel like it will be really early if they gave us a teaser at the end of this year. But if they're doing it, I mean, we would love it because they've been making us hang on a thread for too long now. So definitely would be appreciative of having a teaser earlier than later. As a One Piece fan, I really didn't like the trailers, but the show changed my mind. I heard that from somebody else too. I actually got the other impression that I felt like the One Piece fandom enjoyed the trailers and enjoyed the show. But I didn't realize that wasn't the case. I didn't realize it was a case of like the trailers were kind of like, I don't know. And then like, they got more okay with it when the show came out. I'm so glad, this is Zealous Gaming talking right now. I'm so glad that the ball is rolling on Avatar stuff again. The comics and novels have been fun, but it's awesome to see more come out on the screen. Completely agree with you on that one. It's been cool. Y'all already know, love the Kyoshi novels. Wasn't a big fan of Dangshin novels. The comics are a mixed bag. I'm actually really happy that we get to hold over with the Netflix show until we can get into what I think is actual Avatar, starting back up, which is the animated content. So yeah, it's super exciting time. Super exciting time. Yeah, the trailers from One Piece were pretty meh, but the show was surprisingly good. Wow, okay, that's interesting to know. I didn't know that was the thing. Okay, cool. Let me turn down the music because we are gonna start listening to let me go ahead and pause the music really quick because we're gonna start listening to some video stuff. What is this? Oh, this is but technically I actually already went over this. This stuff with the Avatar creators talking about Aang versus Ozai and stuff like that. We actually did a whole live stream about this already. So if you want to look on my channel, you can look at that. But I just wanted to say hey, this exists. And the big thing that came out of this is that the creators of the show revealed new lore. Ooh, I just realized what my thumbnail right now. Hold on, guys. Let me make a slight change to the thumbnail that I made for my latest video. I think it's too dark. I need to up the saturation for it because I just looked at it on the sidebar and it is hella dim. Sorry, guys. I'm out here being a YouTuber in the middle of doing this live stream. But what we're about to talk about is chi fields. So if you guys aren't familiar with chi fields, somebody in the chat, if you can update people in the chat what chi fields are before I get into it, that would be a great help. Hold on, actually, let me turn on the music again because I need to fix this. In fact, let me go on my break screen just so I can do this real quick, guys, and I'll be right back. Oh, thank you guys for your patience. I am so sorry about that. I had to just update that thumbnail real quick because it's super important on YouTube. If you don't update your thumbnails and do it properly, then your video can lose a lot of ground in this YouTube game. Okay, so yes, chi fields. So in the Braving Elements, I had a whole video about this, but still it's part of the news if you are only watching these monthly news roundups, basically. So during Braving the Elements, which is the official podcast, obviously, there was a mention of something called chi fields because they were talking about bloodbending at the time, and the idea that there are essentially. Well, let me turn this music because it's kind of loud in my ears. I don't think it's loud for you guys on your end because I have it mixed pretty well on your end, but it is hella loud on my side. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll tell you what. So the idea is that a bloodbender can't just penetrate the water in your body instantly. They actually have to get past something called the chi field. So it opens up all this stuff, which maybe I'll say this. Like, go ahead and just watch my video. It's this right here. It's titled Avatar creators revealed the new lore, or reveal new lore. It's pretty insane. It's pretty crazy. Well, let me see. It looked funky in the trailer, and based on previous anime live action, we didn't expect much. Oh yeah, for the One Piece, yeah. I do have Paramount Plus, so I'll be able to see things here if they do release it here officially. Oh, are you like international? Because I heard that people have issue with getting Paramount Plus internationally. Like it's not available everywhere. It's like energy flow in the body, like chakra in Naruto, or what did you say here? Or the root of both things energy trains in Chinese medicine. Oh, yes. The chi fields. So, I mean, maybe we'll see more of that, going forward. But I don't know. But it's interesting to me because it expands new lore that we didn't get before. That thing is very interesting. But yeah, more of that here. Avatar creators reveal new lore. You can look at that video to get more information about that. All right, now Avatar: The Last Airbender, Netflix. Man, did they treated us this month. We were spoiled this month, guys. We were talking about where's all the content, and then they just here's all the content at the same time. Like, basically, that's how I felt. I feel like they just put out all the content at the same time. Okay, let me oh man, I can't even scroll down far enough to find out where the. Oh, here we go. Here. No. We're still not this. We're only halfway, guys. We are only halfway. All right, cool. So the last thing we got were those official images and the kids talking and blah blah blah. But then they hit us with this on January 19th. Aren't the Airbender tattoos based off the chi fields? Yes, there are some bases, but sorry. They're based on chi paths, not chi fields. Chi fields and paths are different things. No, so the Airbender tattoos are about chi paths, not chi fields. Chi fields are a different thing. There's a problem with the Paramount Plus. Damn, I need to check it out in Poland. Yeah, check Poland because but also by the time that this all comes out, Paramount Plus might not exist anymore because of that merger that's happening with WB and Paramount right now. The trailer do be crazy. Weevil, you're right. Trailer do be crazy. Hey, what's going on, Luher? How would people feel if they did Zutara? They're not going to do Zutara. They're absolutely not going to do Zutara. I think they might play into it more in the show, but they're not going to. That's not going to be the end game at all. But in case you missed it, here are some new images from Team Avatar. We have Aang looking cool. Now, obviously, these are because you can even tell if you look at this image. Let me see if I can find the other image. Avatar Aang Netflix. You can definitely tell that one of these images was shot a month ago, while this one was actually okay. So if we look at this little baby here. Open image in new tab. Where is it? Open image new tab. All right. So if we go back and forth between the very first image, which we can obviously tell this is on set. This is them actually, about to do it. If you look at this versus this, not the same kid. This is what I'm saying. There's going to be a huge age gap between season 1 and 2 because they ended filming in the middle of 2022, summer of 2022. They're probably not going to, even if they get a green light for season 2 in February, they're not going to be filming because they have to do pre-production and they have to do all the writing. So they're probably not going to be filming at the earliest until summer 2023. And this boy do not look like this boy. These boys do not match. That boy, not that boy. This is what we're seeing right here on this poster, which is supposed to be a season 1 poster. That is a season 2 Aang. This is a season 1 Aang. Do you see the baby face? The difference is astounding. Don't make me sound crazy over here, chat. The difference is pretty astounding. The kid grew up. No wonder his head looks weird. Oh, yes, because he grew. Well, also the head looks weird because I think they did a Photoshop thing. Because he didn't shave his head again, obviously, because they're not filming the show. So they put a ball cap on him, and whoever did the Photoshop job didn't do a great job because you can definitely see because the thing about Gordon is that he's not bald. You can see he has his hair is still there. It's just a shaved head. Here they make it look like he's bald. There's no impressions of hair there. They did a bald cap instead of it being his natural hairline, which you can see in this image here. But these two kids do not look the same. This is the issue of the timeline. Some is common timeline timeline won't work. Yes, exactly. Which is the video that I just put out just recently about that. The trailer did give us so many Easter eggs. I did a whole breakdown about it. But yeah, so they're definitely gonna have some issues. They're gonna have some issues here with Aang going forward in the timeline. But again, we're gonna talk about that a little bit later in this live stream. And the next up, we got Katara, which I thought was really cool. So if you guys have seen the trailer, then you guys already know how sickety sick the waterbending looks. Like, I almost want to say the waterbending looks the best out of everything. But Katara's poster is very nice. It feels a little bit disconnected though. Like, I would say that like the way that she's like holding up the water doesn't feel like it's actually affecting the water. Like, it feels like a poster, like obviously, and obviously it's a poster, so it's like overly done. Like, it doesn't look natural. But I think it's still really cool though. So really cool. Hey, what's up, Pete? They may have to make it 6 years instead of 3 months. Wait, what? No, why do people think the show takes place over 3 months? It takes place over a year, like maybe a little under a year. It's definitely not over the course of 3 months. The original show. Sokka looks cool. He's probably my least favorite of the posters, but it looks cool. Oh, which reminds me, I need to do a poll for the new posters on my YouTube. But I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll do it later. I like Boomerang. I like Kyoshi Island. Looks cool. The only thing I would say, there's like a lot of negative space in the top right corner here with the sun. Maybe that's why I feel like this image is a little bit unbalanced, but you know, it's all right. It's all good. So is the Qatar poster taken recently? Yes, all of these images were taken within like the last month, because they all came back after the actor strike ended. They did all their promotional stuff. So yes, that's the reason why we see Aang looking like freaking a whole ass man almost now, versus before he looked like a baby. And if you look at the trailer, he looks like a baby, but here he looks like a whole ass man. You know what I mean? Like almost like a young man. You know. I don't know that airbending has me in a chokehold. Yeah, no, airbending. I mean, airbending's fine. Like, I don't think there's any issue with airbending as is depicted in the trailer so far. Like, it's fine. But I just really, really like the waterbending. Like, the waterbending is really cool to me. Hey, what's going on? Alt Delete Control. Oh, that messed me up because I'm always used to saying Control Alt Delete. Yes, the water tendrils coming out of the block, the firebending at the end of the trailer. Oh, chef's kiss, like for real. Especially because she makes like an ice wall to protect herself against Zuko at the end of the trailer. So nice, so cool. We appreciate your hard work. Thank you, hey Foray. Thank you so much. Let's give some hearts in the chat for that. Thank you for that appreciation. If you guys have Antoine hearts, if you're a member of the channel, you have Antoine hearts. Hit them with the Antoine hearts. If not, hit them with the regular hearts. We can hit them with the regular hearts too. Thank you so much. For Gibson. Thank you. The Sokka pose looks a bit weird. Yeah, the pose looks a little bit weird. The composition, I feel like what they should have done, and this is me just getting into like composition because I used to be into like photography and graphic design, stuff like that. You see where his arm is next to that village hut? I think that hut should be on the other side of the screen to balance out the empty space that's on that right side, and then maybe have everything basically just flipped essentially in the background. But yeah, you know, it's okay. It's Sokka. It's fine. But god dang, like look at Zuko, man. Zuko look cool, and I really liked what they did with the updates of the belt sashes, and I'm gonna talk about that with Zhao and Ozai later. I really like what they did with the belt sashes. I think they're very, very nice. They look very cool. I approve. This is some good stuff. And the firebending in the trailer all looked great. All the firebending, Iroh's firebending looked great. Of course, Ozai burning Zuko, like, you know, where he gets his scar, looks crazy. Like the way they did the effect, it looks like they just shot a flamethrower, erased my guess is that they had a real flamethrower there, and they maybe had like a stump in the middle. Now, that'd be really cool if they have like a behind the scenes featurette where they explain how they deal with visual effects, stuff like that. That'd be really cool to see. But it looks like they took a flamethrower, just, you know, had it going at like a stick or something like that, whatever it is, and then they inserted the actors to, you know, perform it. But firebending looks great, guys. Firebending looks fucking fantastic. Did you see the cast react to the trailer and the Sokka actor calling out? Yes, we actually reacted to that. I'm noticing a trend with you, Lord. You are not watching my live streams. I'm noticing a trend here, sir. We have done all these things that you've been requesting and asking about over the past few days. You need to stay on it. I actually like Iroh's bending in the trailer, but that could be just me. I liked it. What do you mean actually liked it? Are people saying that they don't like Iroh's bending? Excuse me? Excuse me? Ever heard of Kangaroo Island? I heard the place is really hot. Oh my god, Dylan. Also, what's going on? I haven't seen the vid, Dylan. How you been? How you been? Let us leave? What? Let us leave? What are you talking about? Avatar Studios better start. Okay. It's funny you say that, because once we get over this like Netflix stuff that we're talking about right now, literally, I kind of hinted at this earlier in the stream, but the Netflix Master Your Elements, what am I trying to say? The quiz, they have a bending quiz, so much better than the Nickelodeon Avatar Studios one. It's actually it actually feels more like Pottermore, if you guys have ever done the Pottermore test for the Harry Potter Hogwarts sorting thing, where the questions are more nebulous and they're more like thoughtful, that you have to really think about your answers, versus like, you know, the Nickelodeon ones, like, who's your favorite Avatar? Aang, Kyoshi, or Korra, or Roku, you know, or like, you know, what kind of style of fighting would you have? Like, it's very simplistic, like, you know which answers are going to correlate to what bending element. But I'm really looking forward to doing this quiz, which we're going to do very soon. Yeah, and the Avatar Studios needs to do a much better job at marketing, because Netflix is so much better. I didn't realize how great Netflix is at marketing, at least because I'm seeing it side by side, like Nickelodeon's marketing and what they're doing with Avatar Studios, and seeing Netflix marketing what they're doing with, you know, the same IP. Netflix is great with marketing. They have really, really good marketing team. Yeah, behind the scenes would be super dope to see how they do these visual effects. I think that I would love to see a whole featurette of that. Like, yes, please. Please. Was there any earthbending in the trailer? Yes, there was a Boomy. Boomy was earthbending. Which I didn't. Boomy's not great. I think his movements don't feel that great. They don't feel like Boomy. His face doesn't feel good. The makeup, the hair, you know, that doesn't look great. But yes, there was earthbending in the trailer. The thing that sucks is we aren't allowed to turn on notifications for your channel. What? What do you mean you aren't allowed to? What do you mean you're not allowed to? I know that YouTube allows that, right? I'm not crazy. Some people say that Iroh moved his arms too much to produce fire or something. What? What? Are you saying he did too many martial arts to do his movement? He did too much martial arts to do what? So you want less martial arts? You want them to be telekinesis? You want to be telekinetic now? Okay, so the fan base does want psychic bending. They do want psychic bending, apparently. To be honest, Boomy kind of grew on me. He looks iffy at first, but he looks fine now that I look back at it. Oh, yeah, no, every time I see that part of the trailer, I'm like, oh, I hope it looks better when the show comes out. Sokka and Azula's actors did the test, and they had the complete opposite elements as their characters. Yeah. So did, oh my God, who? Gordon. I think Gordon was Firebender. Like, he was a Firebender, which is funny because in the interview, when they were on that red carpet at Tadum in Brazil, and they had the interview with Entertainment Weekly, not Entertainment Weekly, Entertainment Today, or whatever the gossip site. He was like, everything's the best, and like Zuko or the Dallas Liu was like, hey, like, you know, Firebending's the best, and he's like, oh, I don't know about that. Like, I was like, wait, when did you change your mind, sir? When did you? Also, the kid is going through a growth spurt right now, because if you even think about that Brazilian Tadum thing, which was like what, 4 months ago at this point, maybe 3 months ago at this point. He's already looks like his voice is completely different. Like, he's taller. Like, the kid is, Gordon Cormier is literally in the middle of his growth spurt right now. Like, he's in the middle of his growth spurt. It's kind of crazy. In the reaction trailer, the kids mentioned he was very great at being Boomy, so that gave me hope. I'm not saying anything against like his ability to perform. What I am judging, and that's all I could judge, just because what we saw in the trailer, is his martial arts movement and the costume design and the look. The performance, I'm sure, is going to be. I actually have seen Utkarsh in a bunch of other things that he's been in before, and he's a very funny guy. Like, I think he'll be fine in terms of like the performance part of it. I just don't know if like the costume design and like the martial arts movements of Boomy, because Boomy is supposed to be like, he's very unique as an Earthbender, and I didn't really get that sense from that shot we got. So I think many of you are hard to please because I think the bending looks amazing. Yeah, no, the fire bending was amazing. The water bending was freaking like top tier. All the air bending stuff was awesome, especially the one where we saw Aang coming down on the Blue Spirit episode, where he comes down on like the fortress and like just makes everybody like fall over the sides of the walls. Like, whoo, whoo. Yeah, last year Gordon's voice was still young. This year, that's gone. The little boy voice is now gone. Also, what's going on, Melanated Cutie? I know Gordon's voice is almost deeper than Dallas and Ian's. Do you see Aang being recast? No, hell no. Of course not. All right, cool. So let's move on. So yeah, these images came out last few weeks ago. Really cool. Of course, we got the official poster too that came out. Really neat. The only thing is that, what the heck is Katara doing? Can somebody explain to me what Katara is doing in the corner there? What is this? Could they not have picked a better pose for her? Like have her arm up or something, or have her do that little thing that she was doing before with the what is this? What is this? That doesn't. They did her dirty. I feel like on the poster. Who they didn't do dirty though is Azula. So Elizabeth Yu, who plays Azula, I've been very critical of the images we've seen of her so far. What I haven't been critical of is anything that involves her action, like in live action. Like anytime I see her in the actual trailers, like with her in the bow, with her in the fire room, just like with the shifty eyes, all good stuff. Her on this poster looks like Azula. Like that straight up looks like Azula. And that's great. They did a good thing for her in that process. But I don't know what that Katara. What is Katara doing? She's in mid bending form. I don't know, why do they have her in a mid? Like she's just like she's gonna shake someone's hand. That's what's happening. She's like, I'm going to shake your hand. I'm gonna shake it. I don't know what they got her looking like that for on the side. Like that's so random. 13 ways. What's up? What's up? Adriano, what's going on? Gordon Cormier is the perfect gang. The ones who are perfect to me, I want to say Gordon Cormier as Aang, perfect. Dallas Liu as Zuko, perfect. Kiao Wintio as Katara, perfect. Ian Osley as Sokka, perfect. Paul Lee as Iroh, perfect. Daniel Day Kim as Ozai, perfect. The only one who's not perfect to me is Azula, literally. Literally the only one who's not perfect to me is Azula. And even now, I'm starting to come around to that. Because now I'm starting to see her as like a live action Azula rather than being a like live action representation of Azula, if that makes sense. They definitely should have had her with a water whip or something. Yeah, or something. Like they just got her, and then she just looks awkward. She's just like, I'm gonna shake your hand, and also, like, what is she doing with her mouth? I don't know. It's strange to me personally. Hey, Theo Brown Music, what is going on? How are you doing? Hey, Melanated Cutie, I'm gonna make you a mod on the channel if you're okay with that. I'm gonna make you a mod real quick. Oh no, there's ads. Okay, we're gonna wait. Some of you guys have just gotten ads. If you have YouTube Premium, you don't have an ad, so I'm not gonna talk about anything significant for like the next 45 seconds. Add as a moderator. Yep. Sorry guys, there's a trailer. All right, there's a trailer. Not trailer. There's ads. How many of you guys are getting ads right now, or how many people are not getting ads? Because right now on YouTube on my side it says that there's a 20-second ad happening right now, or a 60-second ad. And it says 13 seconds, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. Some people are now out of the ad apocalypse because apparently YouTube just told me that they were running an automatic ad right now. So I was like, let me not like talk about anything important right now while people possibly might be an ad. Yeah, I have premium too. I've had YouTube Premium for like the past 4 or 5 years. Definitely like my favorite. Like, of all the things I have, I feel like YouTube Premium is going to be one of the last things I give up. Like, I've already given up Netflix. I literally don't have Netflix right now. I'm only going to get Netflix like literally a week before the show comes out back on Netflix. So yeah, I don't have Netflix right now. I don't have Disney Plus right now. I don't have anything. The only thing I have right now is HBO because they had a really good deal during Black Friday where I think it was like $3 a month for like 6 months. And also I didn't get to catch up on some stuff on Max. But anyway, I love YouTube Premium. But going on, yeah, I don't know what they did. They did her dirty, but everybody else looks really good. I think the poster is a really nice poster. Very nice poster. All right, well, moving on. This is really cool. They have a TikTok now. Avatar Netflix has the TikTok, which I'm not on TikTok, so I'm not gonna follow them as much as I probably should on there. But it is what it is. Oh, is this the okay? So here, okay. So here's the Master the Element quiz, guys. We're now going to do it. All right. So they announced it on January 22nd, not that long ago. I need Premium personally. I recommend it. I think YouTube Premium is actually worth it. Oh, you just joined. What's up, piece of fun? I am so scared for the Sozin's comment thing for live action show. I know, man. We'll talk about that in a second, but I'm scared for it too. What's going on, Jessica? I didn't get it until you did the countdown. Oh no, and then they did it after the countdown. I can't get. Oh, I think YouTube was telling me that there was going to be an ad in 60 seconds. I thought it was telling me. Oh, okay. That actually makes a lot more sense. Okay. I have to figure that out because I don't usually do live streams like that often. So I have to figure out how to like get around ad stuff. Okay, sorry. So let's actually do this quiz, guys. So as you guys remember, we did the quiz, you know, the original quiz way back when. Maybe like a month ago for Nickelodeon stuff. And that was, you know, very rudimentary. It was very blah. This one is supposed to be much better. So let's go ahead and discover who our nation is. So, you wake up on a boat next to a haul of flopping fish. You can't remember your name or what nation you come from. The captain is kind and offers to help you find your home. Choose one. Go wherever they're going. Ask to be dropped off right away. This is all very confusing. You're not sure what to do. Honestly, I would probably just be like, this is all very confusing. I don't know what to do. I think my first choice would be that. My first choice would be, this is all very confusing. I'm not sure what to do. Followed by, go wherever they're going until I realize, oh, you're not going where I'm going, or oh, you are going where I'm going, and then I would be asked to be dropped off. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is all very confusing. I am not sure what to do. That's gonna be my choice. See, you see, like I'm already thinking about these questions a lot more deeply than I was with the Nickelodeon one, the Avatar Studios one. There's the Water Tribe. They live in a tight-knit community at the North Pole. Oh, this is just like explaining stuff. Oh, are they actually like assessing what I just answered? That's actually kind of cool. Oh, I have to read this. A Fire Nation is on a group of islands. They lead the world in economic strength and technology. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to read this. They give you like 5 seconds to read it. Finally, there are the air nomads. Sadly, they are mostly wiped out by the Fire Nation, but there are rumors that a few of them still wander about the world. Oh! Did anyone else just see that? Did anyone else just see that? Antoine, I think you're getting fired. Why? What happened? Yo, what is the new Avatar Studios lore that's in the title? Just tuned in. Oh, we already talked about it a little bit ago, but it's Chi Fields. You can learn more about that in my video titled Avatar Studios Reveals New Lore. But the long and short of it is that there basically is like a force field around the chi paths in your body that has been discussed by the creators of the show. Did anyone else see that? Did anyone else see that? That little note they had about the airbenders at the end. Can you make a video about the armless avatar? I already did. It's not really an armless avatar. It's just a mistake on the artwork. Epic randomness. I think we need to see Azula talk to really get the Azula feel. Oh, that's true. That's very true. Azula always lies, and you can't lie without speaking. This is very true. It's very true. Oh, everyone's getting air in that quiz, in this quiz I'm doing right now? Did anyone else? You guys missed it? Okay. So in the last thing they talked about the airbenders, they're like, oh, they're mostly wiped out because of the Fire Nation, but there are rumors that a few of them still roam the world. A few of them. Yo. Okay, now you guys are getting it. I think I missed that note, dang it. Okay, so you know what? I actually might have to make a video about this. Hold on. Netflix said a few of them, which means if there's rumors that there are a few airbenders, they might include more airbenders in this version. But that would make The Last Airbender not make as much sense anymore. But, I mean, they did say that. Hold on, I need to put that note somewhere. More airbenders? Question mark? Which means this would make more sense why the creators left, because it seemed like they'd be changing a lot of stuff in the show. Question mark? Because it never made sense to me that like the entire nation would be genocided. I mean, maybe over the course of 100 years, maybe or whatever, but it never made sense to me that air nomads would just be completely obliterated. Like I feel like there'd be some left in hiding. There will be some left in hiding. So I mean, there might be adding. I don't know. I mean, I may be reading too much into that little one-liner, which again, I think when I do this quiz again, I'm gonna look into it further and see what other like fans are talking about it. But or maybe I'll just make a YouTube short. That's what I'll do. I won't make a whole video. I'll make like a YouTube short about this. So, oh, Gamer King, you saw it. You saw it. Azula better have blue fire. Yes, Talking Weevil. She better have blue fire. They're messing around with this freaking poster they put out today when she had freaking regular fire. Yeah, in the Lost Promise comics, it was revealed that some airbenders did manage to escape after the genocide, and they were mostly lured in by using artifacts. Yeah, exactly. I got Water Tribe. My favorite character is also Katara. Nice. I got Air, but Toph's my favorite. I got Waterbender. Teo is an actual airbender. I know. Watch, they're gonna be like, oh, he's an airbender. A few probably refers to the people who take the quiz. Oh, okay, maybe. Okay, the few could be that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Anyway, let's continue. You thank the captain for the information, but still don't know which nation you belong to. Choose one. Oh, wow. So the fact that I chose that one makes it okay. I like that. Okay, go wherever they're going, and then that's why I said I will be like, hey, I'm gonna go wherever you guys are going, because I would want community. We're headed to the Kangaroo Island, he says. If you want to help finding your nation, you can visit the fortune teller atop the mountain. Oh, wow. This is a really good quiz. This is a really good quiz. Upon arriving at the docks, your stomach growls. Fortunately, there are plenty of fish in the sea, but how will you catch one? You see a sharp stick on the ground or a net that belongs to a nearby fisherman. Use the sharp stick, steal the net, use your hands, forage for kelp instead. Okay. What will I do in this situation? See, like this, it actually makes me think. Like versus the other one, the Nickelodeon one. I was going through answers quick. I was like, okay, that one. This one, I'm like, okay, let me think. Let me reread here. Let's get into this. And the fact that they are nomads, they are supposed to wander around, not only in groups, right? Exactly. There should be airbenders around. I do feel like the main reason they left is because of Avatar Studios' opportunity. So they dipped and gave a creative differences story to play it off. Okay, Duram, I would agree with that sentiment, except that they aren't talking about the live action at all. If that was the case, if it was just a case of, oh, hey, we want to go like develop, Avatar Studios. Whoa, am I seeing this right? Or is it just me? Is the video playback really, really bad? The video playback looks really bad. Like, it's not smooth at all. Is that just me? The stream's current bitrate is higher than recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 2500. I'm seeing this now, and it looks like really, really choppy. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, I love the detail in this quiz as well. I can't really fix the issue, but I just saw it right now. I was like, oh, that looks really jittery. Yeah. It's laggy, pausey a bit. Yeah, video's lagging a bit. Yeah, you're a bit laggy, but I thought it was me. Yeah, it's laggy. Having the same issue. Oh, okay, cool. So we're all in agreement here that this is hella laggy. That sucks. That sucks, man. My internet in my area sucks really bad. Anyway, all right, what would I do? Use a sharp stick. I probably would use a sharp stick. I wouldn't steal the net. I mean, honestly, what I would do is I would ask the fisherman, hey, can you help me with this? Definitely wouldn't use my hand. I know that's impossible to do. You can't catch fish with your hands. Yeah, no. I'm going to use a sharp stick. I think I would use a sharp stick. Oh, is there sound effects here? Oh, you know what? I think my thing went laggy when I went on this website. Because this website, I think, is holding up a lot of... Oh, my God. You caught a tasty fish. Raw, but tasty. I think because his website is very heavy with the animation. You weave a path through the bustling market, but find your path blocked by a man with a cabbage cart. You weave a path through the bustling market, but find your path is blocked by a man with a cabbage cart. Find another way. Tell him to move. You're in a hurry. Offer to help the merchant move his cart. I probably would offer It depends. I think I would offer help. I think I would offer help. Wait. Is he... You weave a path through the bustling market, but find your path blocked by a man with a cabbage cart. Well, it's not like he broke his wheel. No, I think I would just find another way. I think I would just go around it. Okay, as long as my voice is clear, that's fine. I think it's going to be laggy while we're on this website. You wander through the market and find yourself at a beautiful waterfront with perfectly flat rocks for skipping. Ooh, grab a rock and throw it. Oh, I'm so grabbing a rock and throwing it. Anytime I'm at a beach or at a lake and there are, like, skippable rocks there, always. Oh my god, am I going to get a bending thing already? Oh, okay. The rocks are there for the taking. Touch and hold to grab a rock. Flick to launch. I don't see anything. Oh. Oh. Wow, this is like one of those old school websites. You guys probably can't see it because the animation is really like choppy and stuff like that. Because yeah, I think this website is like hurting my computer right now. Oh god. As you continue on your journey, some kids yell to get your attention. They are throwing around a boomerang and ask if you'd like to try. Stop and throw the boomerang. Tell them you don't have time. Ignore them. Oh no, I'm stopping and I'm throwing that boomerang. Get out of here. This is fun. If you're not a powerful bender, you could always master the boomerang. Master your element. This is actually really good though. You complete your journey to the fortune teller's front door and hear a woman humming a tune inside. Knock on the door, walk in, you recognize the tune and sing along with her. I'd probably just knock on the door. Before you can even knock, you hear a raspy voice say, "Come in." Upon entering, you see the fortune teller. Wow, this is really fast. Like, let me read the thing. The fortune teller asks you to sit and meditate on the steam rising from the teapot over the fire. While you're focusing, she accidentally drops a few of her peeled potatoes. Stop meditating and help her pick up the potatoes. Follow her directions and meditate. Meditation is hard. You watch the fire instead. I think I actually would follow her directions and meditate, because I know that when you meditate in situations like this, you're supposed to completely concentrate. But then at the same time, I think I would help her pick up her potatoes. I think I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna help her pick up her potatoes, because that seems like the nicest thing to do. You rush to pick up the potatoes. How can you meditate when someone needs help? Yeah. The fortune teller sits with you and says, "I can tell you desperately want to know which nation you belong to, but I want to ask, what will you do when you have your answer?" "I want to explore the world. I want to return home." Oh yeah, I want to return home. You need more information before you make a decision. Oh. Actually, I like that one. I need more information. It's always good to know where you came from, but remember, if you're always looking back, you'll never see what's in front of you. She serves you the tea and asks you to drink. Afterward, she takes the cup and gazes into it. "I see. It's quite obvious. I cannot tell you your name, but I can tell you your nation." Ooh, what do you guys think I'm gonna get? Kuzan took over. He is joking around. I'm seeing lots of red flags. You should live stream more. Oh, I do live stream more these days because of, all the content coming out. But yeah. The website reminded me of the Nickelodeon Flash Legend of Korra game on their website. That was fun. This reminds me of Pottermore from Harry Potter. This is pretty tough to watch, choppy and all. Oh, this is pretty to watch. Oh my god. This is so bad. Once I think we get off this website, it's gonna be better. All right, cool. Let's see. You think I'm gonna be water or air? Okay, we're gonna find out. Continue. No way am I an earthbender. What? I've never gotten an earthbender in my life. You are altruistic. You actively seek to improve the lives of others. You're also community-minded. A pacifist. Actually, I do believe in that. I think I am community-minded. A pacifist and industrious. You sometimes allow others to take advantage of your kindness. That's an earthbender? Really? That sounds like an airbender. Ooh, take a photo, upload a photo, and then you can get your element. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's get off of this. So we did that. That was a thing. We did that. Well, yeah, I also, I'm like, what? Wow, what? Literally none of you guessed Earth. Oh no, sorry. Except for Epic Randomness. Epic Randomness was the only one who somehow knew. Here, let's see what the guesses were. You guys had water, Earth. Epic Randomness was the only one who said Earth. Water, fire, water, air, water, fire, air or fire, water. No way. What? Oh, wow. No, bro, I wanted that one. Earth, I thought so. I got air, but my personality is purely Earth. That's a surprise. Respect to Earthbender still. I got air with both tests. I'm water all the way. Earthbending low-key slaps. I got Earth, but I love air. This is crazy. I didn't see that coming at all. Yeah, not laggy anymore. Yeah, I knew it was because of that website. It was the Flash player, whatever freaking code they were using on the website. Yeah, okay, so let's continue with the... Because, again, I'm telling you, this month was crazy with how much stuff that we got. All right. So, so yeah, there was a reaction that the cast did. I thought that was pretty cool. You can watch that for yourself if you want to watch it. The trailer came out, obviously. The bending looks amazing. Like I said again, like the freaking water bending was so cool. Oh, man, I can look at Katara making that ice wall in front of Zuko all freaking day. Like, that move is so cool. Like, it's like octopus form in ice form. Like, it's so cool. And her movement is really nice too. Like, I think it was probably really hard to fight in that big old... I'm surprised they have her in her winter coat in that fight scene. Oh, and then we have some more images that we'll look at now. Of course, we got our bad boy Zuko with Iroh. I'm guessing this is them when they meet up with Commander Zhao after they're, looking at the repairs for their ships. This is just good, guys. Like, this is just so good. I am so excited for this. Oh, I just knew it would be water or anything, at the very least air. I'm not going to take the test. Oh, I'm going to take the test later. Okay, cool. Don't worry, it's not canon. It's not working. By your answers, I thought Earth. Some aggression, but also calm. Oh, okay. Earthbenders know how to listen. You want it 2 times for more information. Oh, that's true. Earthbenders do want information, though. That's true. Yeah, I'm obsessed with the trailer, too. Especially that last bit with all the action stuff. Whew. Yeah. Northern Water Tribe is going to be cool, but at the same time, I'm thinking about, like, the actress performing that is like, oh, man, you get to perform in that big old coat. I'm sure it's going to get really hot. Yeah, the costumes are awesome, man. Like, I cannot wait. They're so good. And you know what I really like about Iroh's costume? It's very sage. It's giving very sage. It's not, it doesn't feel like a military person, right? He seems like he's a retired general. Just there to help his nephew, right? I just like it. I like the costume designs a lot. It's very nice. Oh, guys. I mean, do I need to say anything else? Also, are there more? What, Douglas? Where'd you find these new pics? Oh, these are all on Twitter. I've just been like building up all the links and stuff like that over the past month. But yeah, if you go on Twitter, if you go to Avatar Last Airbender's Twitter, you'll find all of these. I love this capture of Zuko and Iroh. Yeah, the capture of Zuko and Iroh is so cool. Yeah, Zuko looks on point for sure. But I mean, Ozai, man. Ozai. Like, bro. I'm jealous. What can I say? I'm jealous. Oh, and I really like this too. Also, I really like Azula's eyes in this. I don't know if those are her real eyes or if they no, because they didn't give context to most of the people in the show. But Azula looks badass right here, guys. Like, I'll admit, some of these other times I have not really been into like Azula's look. Right here, oh yeah. Jerome says, I'm glad. Well, I'm assuming because it's Netflix that this will be a binge show because it'll improve the Nielsen ratings. And 5 days later, probably my favorite novel, Shogun, is hitting the screen. Yeah, Jerome, I think that's gonna be the case. I think we're for sure. We haven't gotten the official announcement yet, but I think it's gonna be a binge show so that the ratings can look higher on the Nielsen ratings for sure. Am I the only one who doesn't find Ozai attractive? Yes, you are the only one. You're the only one in the entire world. The only one. I need to see a Sungi? What's a Sungi? I don't know what that means. I can't wait to see who they have as Toph. Me too. I am really excited for who they're gonna cast as Toph. Actually, it's very funny. I was at LA Comic Con a month ago. It was the first time I actually had a table at a Comic Con convention, and it went really well. Like I did 4 times the rate of my table at that Comic Con. And at one point, there was a girl who came up to my booth. And I think at one point we were talking about like the last Airbender because there's a bunch of geeks at Comic Con, right? And she said she was an actress, and she was like of the appropriate age. I was like, hey, did you get an audition for the Airbender stuff? And she's like, oh yeah, I had my friend she knew Elizabeth. She knew Elizabeth Yu, who's on screen now. And she was like, yeah, my friend, she got cast on that show. I'm not sure which character. I was like, oh yeah, no, she was cast as Azula. I'm like, hey, season 2 is about to come out. Like you should, talk to your agent or your manager to get you in there for Toph. And I think she would make a very good Toph, honestly. Well, honestly, I'm gonna be really honest. When I saw her, she actually looked more like Azula than she looked like Toph. But I think she would play a really good Toph. This girl that I met at Comic Con, which I forgot her name, but she's also like a child actress. Yeah. This is the best picture of Azula, in my opinion, as well. Besides the poster we just got today, like literally just this morning, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, this picture is really good. Yeah. Yeah, they rarely do weekly releases on Netflix. And there's a reason for that. It's because of the numbers. The numbers get more inflated because of Nielsen now does ratings based on minutes watched. And if your show comes out with 4 to 8 episodes at once and people are watching all of them back to back, it inflates your numbers so that on Nielsen ratings, it makes it look like it's a lot more popular than it might actually be. So yeah, I think it's going to be a binge. Antoine is the Sungi horn that I think some guy was playing during winter, spring, summer, and fall. Oh, the instrument that Iroh plays. Got you. The singing horn. Got it. They cannot fumble Toph. We will give up. Yeah. That's like the one thing they can't fumble at all. Like Toph has to be perfection. As perfect as you are with Ozai is what you got to do with Toph. Since Daniel Day Kim's character from The Good Doctor was intolerant to autistic people, so will Ozai. What? Huh? Excuse me? All right, so let's move on to the next image. But yeah, Zula looks great here. Oh, and then we got Zhao, which I'm actually kind of interested to see what they end up doing with Zhao because they said he's going to be expanded. And it looks like they're going to give him a lot of what they gave to Zuko. Like, for example, the Kyoshi Island sequence. I've not seen Zuko a part of that at all in any of these teasers or these trailers. It's all just been Zhao, which I'm like, oh, that's okay, I guess. But at the same time, don't take away our boy Zuko's storyline, please. We definitely want to see Zuko where we can, So there's that. But I am interested to see what they do, what expansion they do with Zhao. There was rumors that he's going to be more in line with what's going on with Avatar Kuruk and the past of that and everything. So, oh guys, there's going to be ads in 10 seconds. In 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there might be an ad playing right now, guys. There might be an ad playing. Hey, let me know. Actually, I'll just wait for the chat. If I see people in the chat saying hey, there's an ad here, then I'll stop talking or something like that. Wait, that's Zhao? Yeah, it's Commander Zhao. No. So in terms of perfect visual casting, I don't think Zhao is a good visual cast. But if you guys are not familiar with this actor, whose name I don't actually know, but I've seen him in so many things in the past. Very good actor. Very, very good actor. Actually, in fact, he was in Rush Hour. I don't know if you guys remember Rush Hour with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, but he was the villain, the action-oriented villain in that one. He also was in Lost. He's been in that. He was just recently in that Missing movie. He's in a lot of stuff. He's a very good actor. So that's why I'm actually looking forward to Zhao's storyline and what he's going to do with it, because I do enjoy his performances quite a bit. Okay, no ads. Okay, cool. Antoine, would you do more of the Avatar: The Last Airbender Versus series with the new stuff coming out? Yes, because they're separate timelines. The animated series and the live action series, I can basically do new versus series between the new live action characters, because the live action characters are in a completely separate universe. So yes, I do plan on doing that. In fact, let me tell you exactly what my plans are for the new show. So I have it written here in my handy notebook. So Avatar Netflix, I'm planning on doing timeline videos. I'm planning on doing breakdowns for each episode. I'm going to be doing reactions to each episode. I'm going to be doing a new versus series that are related to just the live action characters. And I'm gonna be doing my minute straights videos again. Unless it gets hit by copyright, because sometimes those videos, like, it's weird. YouTube is so like random sometimes. Sometimes they're like, yeah, that's fine, you can do that, that's fair use, and the other times they're like, no, don't do that. So sometimes you have to just, like, test the waters to see like what's okay. I'm not too concerned about Zhao looks like. Bro is only season 1. Yeah, I don't really care what he looks like either, honestly. He doesn't match, obviously. Like, visually, he does not look like Zhao. But also, Zhao didn't look that Asian, to be honest, like in the original show. But I love this actor. I love this actor in the things I've seen him in the past. All right, cool. So let's go to the next image. Actually, that was the last image. My bad. That's all the images from that little day. Let's go to the next thing. Okay, so we have some more, but these are mostly just These are just screenshots from the trailer. So this doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't really count. Like, these don't, especially these are like low res stuff too. So let's not do that. Yeah, Ian Osley, man, his Sokka is so good, so good, so good. Appa hugging Aang is so sad. It's so sad. Guys, this is nightmare fuel. Absolute nightmare fuel. I can't believe they went there with this design. Like, Heibai was not this scary in the show. Nowhere near this scary in the show. This is some freaking Cthulhu level type creepiness, man. Where's Aang gonna learn firebending from with Zhang Zhang cut out? I don't know, bro. I don't know how they're gonna be dealing with that. Like, super underrated character, I agree. Seems like even the Albert Kim doesn't appreciate Zhang Zhang. Like, I'm actually low-key mad about that. I'm low-key mad about Zhang Zhang being cut out. Yeah, the Zuko redemption arc is wrecked. The whole show is wrecked. That's why I was like, hey, let's not give everything to Zhao, please. Zuko was supposed to be the one who proactively went to Kyoshi Island. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, oh my god, guys. Imagine Ko. Ko is going to be... If this is what freaking Heibai is looking like, Ko is going to be on a whole other level, man. Like, Heibai looks like a freaking Resident Evil final boss. Freaking terrifying. Hey, what's going on? Gukikaratz? Dots? I don't know how to pronounce your first name. You think the series would have been better if they had expanded it and made it into 2 seasons for each book? Or 10 to 12 episodes per season? I don't know yet. I think I'll have a better idea of that after I've seen the first season. On whether I agree with the choices they made, or if they should have, expanded it, or, what have you. I mean, it could be possible. If this does so well, I can see them doing something like that. Like, I can see them, at the very least for last season, because you can kind of split the seasons out for book 3, because you can have that first half of the season before the Day of Black Sun, and then you can have the second half of that season the day after the Day of Black Sun up until Sozin's Comet. So there is a possibility that you can do something like that, which would be kind of neat. I think that'd be kind of neat. Imagine Ko the Face Stiller. Yeah, I already said that. He was crazy. Yeah, I love Zhang Zhang too, man. He's low-key my favorite firebender in the show. Like, one of my favorite firebenders. He's so underrated. So underrated. Ko has to be safe for the series. Yeah, man, when that shows up in the episode, we are all going to be shitting ourselves. Dude can't react to that because you'll steal his face, yeah. I want to see the volcano scene, but it looks like the fortune teller stuff got cut too, so I don't think we're going to have the volcano. Which kind of sucks because that was a really good display of power that we saw from Aang. But man, yeah, Ko is on something else, man. Ko is on something else. Oh yeah, then we got this, which I think is from the Earth Kingdom. It's from Momashu. Look how tiny Gordon looks, guys. He is no longer... He's almost taller than Katara already, or he's almost taller than Kia Wintio, who plays Katara. But look at... He looks like a freaking... Like, he's so cute. He's so cute. But the issue is that the kid's so old now, man. He's so... Like, literally, like, in the latest interview with him and Ian Osley, like, I think he's almost as tall as Ian now. Which is funny, because that's actually how it is in the actual show, or sorry, in the animated series, or in the comic books, is that Aang is growing taller now. And when we see him as an adult Aang, he's taller than Toph. I think he might be even taller than Sokka. Definitely taller than Katara. But, man. Look at little Aang there. Yeah, Gordon is so adorable. So adorable. Aang is a freaking baby. I think the animated show Aang's character is overrated, but his power is overlooked. I think he's overrated by the fan base. Yes. In terms of like his power output, but that's because of his character. Like he deliberately does not want to like harm people. That's the reason. Like he could be the most powerful character in the entire Avatar verse if he let himself like unleash all the time. Like if Aang had a Kyoshi mentality all the time, it'd be over for like everybody in the series, in my opinion. Yeah, adult Aang is very tall. Like he's like 6'2" tall. Like he's like basketball player tall. Yeah, so precious. He must be protected. Like look how tiny. Like guys, like I don't know how I can like say this anymore. Look how tiny he is in comparison. He is so tiny. It's crazy how little he looks. But that totally works. Oh, did someone just subscribe? Aw, thank you, Jay Breezy, for the subscription. Welcome to the community. Hey, everybody, for that subscription, put some hearts in the chat. Hearts in the chat for the subscription. Thank you, thank you. Love it, love it. Love to see the support. Always appreciate it. Okay. Also, we got to see the Shirshu, another screenshot from the Shirshu, which is really cool. Oh, let me. Okay, there we go. Looks great. I mean, I definitely can tell it looks like an animated creature. Like the way the motion blur is happening doesn't really match Arden Cho and June there. But still, great stuff, man. Really creepy. Love to see it. Really interested to see how they rework this episode because Bato of the Water Tribe is also not going to be the same. And like the biggest confirmation that we got from the trailer that things are going to be different is that Teo, who is in the wheelchair, and we meet him at the Northern Air Temple, is now in Omashu. So, you know, whatever that is going to be, weird, you know. No. Aang is not Gordon Cormier is not going to be recast. They're just going to like, why would you recast? Like, we need to recast another boy so he continues looking like a boy. No, they're just going to keep him going, and they're just going to the timeline for the live action series is going to be completely separate from the timeline from the animated series. I think the most overlap we're going to see is going to be from season 1. I think season 1 is going to look the most similar between the television show the animated show and the Netflix show. But once we get into like book 2 and book 3 territory, I think that's where things are going to like diverge. Like it's really going to become its own show in a way. Also, we got the ostrich horse here, which I thought was really cute. I think all the creature designs are done really well. I mean, this literally looks like a black chocobo. Like this legit just looks like a chocobo. Which, that makes me wonder how a whatchamacallit series will look like. A Final Fantasy live action series. That'd be kind of cool to see. I'm surprised they haven't tried to do that. Like with all these other anime live actions that Netflix and all these studios have done, I'm surprised that they haven't tried like a Final Fantasy live action. Like they've done several Final Fantasy CGI works, but they haven't really done like a Final Fantasy live action. Like I've never heard that ever being attempted ever at all. And I think that would be kind of neat, right? Yep, Jessica, I just made a video about that article. Maybe people will stop complaining that Gordon looks too young for Kyo. By the time the show ends, when they actually are meant to hook up, yeah, like in this version of the storyline, he's going to be like 18 by that point. Because he's 14 now. Yeah, I don't think they're finishing the show in that time period. It's going to just be like Stranger Things, where like all those kids are adults now. Like I think literally every character on Stranger Things is an adult. I don't know if they are adults in the show though. I think they're still in high school in the show. But all those characters or all those actors are adults now. That's a raggedy ostrich horse. Yeah, it is pretty raggedy though, if you look at it. That is true. That is true. Instead of Roku saying, you must master all 4 elements by Summer's End, he's going to say that the comet's coming soon. Yeah, I think it's going to be something like that. It's going to be like we don't know. I don't know when the comet's coming, but it's coming at some point. And then maybe they'll figure it out like when they go to the library. And they'll change it like that. Like, oh, hey, we figured out when the comet's going to come. And they find out. The master of the element thing, I was talking about that before. This is we actually can watch this. Like we can watch this video. Yeah, in fact, let's do that. Let me go ahead and turn the music off real quick. And then we'll go ahead and we'll watch this video right quick. All right. Here we go.
Next to a hall.
So we saw what I did when I went through the quiz. Now let's see what also Dallas Lou be acting like he ain't no mini Ozai over here. He be wearing these tight shirts. He be showing off his chest and his freaking little guns he got over there. Like, don't even front, bro. Don't even front.
Cast of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Today, we're gonna try out Netflix's new nation sorting quiz to see which nation Gordon here belongs in.
Will he get air
Yeah, the
nomads,
marketing team is
or would he
cooking.
be right at home in one of the other Avatar nations Aang shares powers with?
All right, Gordon, you wake up on a boat next to a hall of flopping fish. It's strange. You can't remember your name or what nation you come from. The captain asks where you want.
I don't know about this
You
mullet
can
he
either
has, though.
Go wherever they're going, or ask for some help finding home.
I am going to go where they're going.
All right.
That's what I said, too.
We're headed to Kangaroo Island, he says. If you want help finding your nation, you can visit the fortune teller atop the hill. Upon arriving, your stomach growls.
Wait. Does Dallas Lou have a birthmark, or does Homie have a hickey? Do y'all see this right now? Do y'all see this little shadow that's on his neck? Am I the only one seeing this right now? Is Homie? Does Homie have a birthmark that I just haven't noticed before, or does Homie have a hickey? Like, maybe the comment isn't on a perfect 100-year cycle, kind of more realistic. I mean, that is true, because yeah, comments or just national phenomenons are not natural phenomenons, not natural. Not national is what I meant to say. Do not have perfect cycles. So that isn't. I mean, yeah, it's like a half mullet. It's not a true mullet, but still, it's mullet. It's mullet-esque. Oh Lord. Okay, you guys noticed it. Y'all saw it. Dude got a hickey, and I'm surprised makeup did not cover that up, or it's a birthmark, or it's just a birthmark. But let's continue.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but how will you catch one? You see a stick, a blade, and a torn net. You can either sharpen the stick into a spear, mend the net, or use your hands.
Oh wait, mend the net. I didn't get that as an option.
I'm sharpening.
Congratulations,
Yeah, I also
you caught a fish.
Yo!
Raw, but tasty.
You weave a path through a busy dock when suddenly a man with a cabbage cart blocks your way. Do you find another way or tell him to move?
I shove my way through and destroy his cabbage cart. What do you
Alright.
think?
Wow, Gordon. That's not very airbender. What the heck, Gordon? What is he doing? What is he doing? Excuse me? Why did he destroy the cabbage merchant's cart? That's so mean.
Yes, I tell him to
All
move.
right. You tell the man he better move or else you'd bend something. And when you figure out what something
Oh, I like that. So depending on some of your choices, you get a different set of questions. This quiz destroys the Nickelodeon quiz. I would be right now. If I was Nickelodeon, I'd be like, hey, we need to redo our quiz right now. Because what we did in comparison to what they did on Netflix is, they just destroyed Nickelodeon. Netflix's marketing team just destroyed Nickelodeon with this quiz. This is crazy. Nah, that's not Airbender. That's Kuzan. Oh, that's true. To be fair, he is Kuzan right now. Well played, Tommy. Well played. Oh my God. Okay, let's go.
is, he'll be sorry. He just stares at you. You find it another way or show him who's boss.
I show him who's boss, man.
What are you doing?
Grab a cabbage.
You're not
just roll it
Zuko.
off of his cart and throw it at him. He catches the cabbage and throws a wad of seaweed back, hitting you square in the face.
Bang.
You decide to just go around. While climbing over a crate, you slip and fall.
Oh
into
wow,
a
this is
pile of
completely different than my
rocks.
quiz.
Now you're really mad. You can grab a rock and throw it, or breathe deep. And
Breathe
move on.
deep and move.
I'm gonna say grab a rock and throw
Oh
it.
my God, no wonder you got Fire Nation,
Master
kid.
Avatar.
What in the world?
Throwing the rock
What
is
kind of
common.
avatar are
Begin
you?
your journey up the hill when some kids challenge you.
Dude, he looks so much like
They're
Aang. It's
throwing around a
crazy.
boomerang and ask if you'd like to try. Stop and throw the boomerang. Tell them you don't have time.
Tell them I don't have time.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Dude, you're trolling. You're like trolling to get Fire Nation right now. Why is he trolling? Why is he trolling? I know it's like an open world bending quiz. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, the quiz is way too good. Yeah, if I was Nickelodeon, I would feel like crazy embarrassment. I would feel crazy embarrassment. Bro must be a good actor. I know, like, what in the world? You're choosing the wrong answers here, kid.
Wait. I simply don't have time today, you say. I have a date with Destiny.
Oh.
Who's Destiny? You complete your journey to the fortune teller's front door and hear a woman humming a tune inside. Knock on the door or walk in. Think about this. Think about it. Take a breath.
Breathe deep.
You walk in or you
He's
don't?
gonna knock on the door.
All right.
Oh, okay,
All right,
good.
That's what he goes with.
Upon entering, you see that the fortune teller is peeling vegetables next to a pot. I've been expecting you, she says.
Yeah, Gordon on his Kiyoshi art.
Lost. How are you feeling?
I like
Lost?
how Dallas is reading it.
The fortune teller asks you
I love how
to
they have
sit
fun with
and
each other, too.
meditate
That's
on
so
the
great.
steam rising
It's like a
from the
little brother
teapot
to them.
over the fire. While you're focusing, she accidentally drops an armful of potatoes. You can either you can help her, you can help the woman, follow her directions, and meditate. Meditation is boring. Play with fire.
Gosh, I wonder what it's gonna be.
I wonder.
I'm gonna play with fire.
Oh my god, guys, his way. He's still like, it's funny too, because when you're in this transition period, when you're going through puberty, you still have your cute little kid, tendencies, but then your voice is like this, but you're still like kiddish. It's like bizarre. Yeah, bro is literally the Fire Nation. Also, what's up, Alexis? Welcome. This is actually really funny to me.
It all.
The fire has awakened your senses.
I'm gonna look so bad online.
I'm gonna look so bad online.
And says, I can tell you want to know where you come from, but I want to ask, what will you do when you find out which nation you belong to? You tell her you're going to continue travels for now, or return home immediately.
I'm gonna return home immediately. I'm probably free.
You're over it at this point. You've
Yeah.
closed
I'm
your doors.
done.
You've got seaweed to the face.
Playing
I
with
want to go
fire.
home. You tell her you'd go back to your people as soon as possible. There might be someone at home waiting for you. It might be Destiny.
Ooh.
Tighten up.
It might
Tighten
be
up, y'all.
Destiny. No, very
All
funny.
right,
Little short story. So my cousin used to date a girl, and he used to date her for like a while. Like I thought they were gonna get married at one point. Named Destiny. And I remember I told him once, like, hey, has anyone ever told you, like, or like made the joke about like, oh, she's your Destiny? He's like, hey, man, if I had $1 for every time I heard that, Does anybody here know anybody named Destiny? I'm sure they get that all the time. Yeah, he's so adorable. Oh no, Epic Randomness is like, I was the opposite. I grew up, but not so much in the voice. It's crazy how he looks just like Aang. Yeah, he looks just like Aang. Like even Aang in season 3, I cannot wait to see him as season 3 Aang when he has to grow out his hair. Bro, it's gonna be so cool. Yeah, bro's a menace. He has no chill.
What do you think? What
Yeah.
nation you're a part of?
100% Fire Nation, man.
'Cause
Yeah, he's
you
definitely
are
Fire Nation.
industrious. Keeping up with others isn't enough. You prefer a bountiful life. You're also community-minded. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't believe that either.
Driven and tough. You are. Fire.
Yeah, he's totally
Drive
Fire
away for
Nation.
yourself.
Head over to master your.
Cannot believe, dude, the kid has no chill whatsoever. That was actually kind of funny though. That was kind of funny. All right, guys, what do you guys want to see next? Do you guys want to see Daniel Day Kim thirst tweets, or do you want to see the cast reaction, the full cast reaction of the trailer? Y'all, actually, let me make a poll. Let me get you guys involved. In this. Wait, where's the poll at? Oh, right here. Let's do Ozai. Wait, which video next? Cast reaction. Ozai thirst tweets. Start poll. All right. So while we start that poll, I'm gonna go ahead and catch up with the chat here. Bro's literally Fire Nation. His voice is low. It's so low. Damn, yeah, it really is. Bros and minutes. Oh, you can tell that these kids have a pretty deep bond, just playing and messing around with each other. Yeah, that's the thing I love the most about this, because that really does show through when you're actually doing any kind of performance. Like if you aren't buddies or you aren't friends, then then you're not. It's just not gonna work. Same with like the Harry Potter cast. Like a lot of those kids were friends to this day, for a very good reason. They were really well casted. They really enjoyed each other's company. They're doing this big thing together. And yeah, it was so great. It's like having two older brothers with like a younger brother. I love to see him like being taken under the wing of these two older actors. I knew someone a while ago named Destiny. Yeah, see, Destiny Udagi, professional footballer. Oh, nice. Wait, is that a Is Destiny a unisex name? I thought that was just a lady's name. All my friends with the name Destiny hated hearing Destiny jokes. I'm sure. Like, I'm sure. Oh, people, cast reaction. Oh no, the thirst. Haha. Cast reaction. Cast reaction. Cast reaction. LOLs. Oh damn. I thought it'd be the thirst tweets. Their chemistry is gonna make the show special. It really is, Tommy. It really, really is. Yeah, it's a very sibling-like relationship. Aang hugging Katara and Sokka was so good in the trailer. Yeah, it really was. It really was. Oh, I have to sneeze. Oh god. Okay, let's look at the poll results. All right, in poll, looks like we are with 24%. Only 24% wanted to watch the Ozai thirst tweets. We're looking at the cast reaction, guys. All right, cool. So watch the cast reaction. Can I make this full screen? I don't think I can. That's okay. Did I mess that up? Oh no, I'm fine. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for you guys. 1, 2.
The Fire Nation is embarked on a dark path, and the world might never recover.
Yeah, again, Azula doesn't look like the Elizabeth Yu doesn't look like Azula, but she can. If she can perform Azula, that's all that matters to me.
It needs you, Aang.
She is very pretty, though. She is very pretty.
Woo, that looks really cool.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Fire Nation destroyed everything in their path.
And Paul Lee, I can know he's such a cool guy. I don't know if you guys actually follow Paul Lee, the guy who plays Iroh on social media.
It's gonna have
Really great guy.
Chance. It's gonna need Aang.
I really like that part too. Yeah.
Right. There goes the savior of the world.
Ah, so Sokka. He's so Sokka. So good.
Look at that lighting on you, man. That was really great.
Yeah.
It's my destiny.
He's so good too.
Yeah, Iroh.
Wow, my stunt double looks great.
He said his stunt double looks great. Get out of here, bro.
You don't have to do this alone. You have me, Katara.
Oh, I love that shot. That's so sweet.
What more do you need?
Momo. Ah, I'm getting teary-eyed. Oh god.
The music is so crazy.
Yeah, the music is really good though.
No way.
What it is we're really fighting for.
Okay, it looks so badass. The visuals look great. The backgrounds look fantastic. Wow.
Oh, thank you for whoever just subscribed.
I'm the Avatar, and I'm gonna save the world.
Dude, he sounds like a child in the trailer, man.
No way. Pink movie.
Oh yeah, that's her first time seeing her actually bending. Yeah, I'm sure that's really cool to see yourself as a bender.
The Avatar state.
Ah, it's gonna be good, guys.
Oh, they added the arrow.
Wow.
Oh my god.
No way.
That just broke the scale.
I want to watch that again and again and again.
Yeah, damn right, bro. Damn right. Ah, so good, guys. So good. So good. Bless you, Antoine. Bless you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the sneeze I did. Nobody else wanted to see the Zaddy but us and Melanated Cutie. That's right. We're about to see it right now. Man, this is a really good month for Avatar, man. Such a good month. Shout out to Furukawa and his crew for the soundtrack. Oh yeah, fire job, man. Fire job. Oh, also thank you, MJ Fire for subscribing. Guys, let's put some hearts in the chat for MJ Fire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I sometimes forget that the actors have no idea what the visual effects look like. Yeah, they don't see behind the scenes stuff. They're kind of like us. Like once they get done with their job, when these trailers and images come out, that's their first time seeing it, you know? So yeah, that's got to be incredible. Like there's one thing for us as fans to see like Katara and Zuko fighting. It's a whole other thing to be an actor being like, oh yeah, I remember that day on the set. I was just flicking my arms around and I didn't know what I was doing. But then you see it and you're like, oh my God, they made me look cool. I'm like actually a waterbender. Like to actually be able to see that kind of a thing, it must be incredible to have that experience. Has to just be incredible. Very jealous. Very jealous. All right, cool. So we're going to do the thirst tweets next. And I think that's going to almost catch us up. Oh, no. We have to talk about this big article that we need to look at. Okay, let's do the thirst tweets, guys. The thirst tweets are next. This is really funny, guys. I've actually watched this like 2 times already because I liked it that much. Kyo and Theo's reaction was so cute. I'm crying, dude. Yeah, dude. I had seen the 8-minute one that was posted on YouTube. Yeah, that one was just with the main cast, but this one was with all the cast together, which I know that most people haven't watched. But we did watch the other one on stream already. I can't get over how amazing the chemistry is between the cast. Yeah, dude, that's incredible that they were able to do that. You can tell they actually care about this project. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, welcome MJ Fire. This whole thing is just super wholesome, super wholesome. Hello, Picture Me streamed for 3 hours breaking down the trailer when it came out. Yeah, I think we were streaming for 2 hours breaking it down. Fun stuff. I think someone else was talking about you should stream more. I'm like, I'm streaming all the time. Like, you gotta be on it on my channel. You gotta turn notifications on. All right, cool. Let's do the third tweets.
Daniel Day Kim's Fire Lord Ozai is so Zadday. I am here today because I'm told there are some thirst tweets. Here we go. I don't like using this word unironically, but Daniel Day Kim might be the most distilled instance of a Giga Chad in all of humanity.
That's
I settle for a Chad, so to be like a Giga Chad, that's a real honor.
I don't even think he knows what a Giga Chad is.
Avatar when Daniel Day Kim is right there with all these question marks and all caps. I'm with you, Fire Nation all the way. I'm interested in unhinging my jaw and consuming Daniel Day Kim.
Y'all are crazy on Twitter.
Great time, but thank you. I appreciate
wherever these comments are coming from, IG.
What elder god did Daniel Day Kim pledge his soul to get such a geometry-defying jawline?
Oh my god!
I think my mom and my dad. They're the ones that gave me whatever I have to work with, both good and bad. Maybe Ozai had some good points.
Oh my god!
See, that's what I'm saying. You know,
god.
Really, the Fire Nation has it all together. You just need to come over to our side. He could literally burn me, and I'd say thank you. I would never do that.
Y'all are too much. Y'all are so
I would
much.
gladly hand over the 4 nations to this man. See, that's the idea. That's why they cast me.
I cannot wait to. He's a really good actor too, guys. Like, not only I've been talking about like his looks and how much he looks like Ozai,
and make sure to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender only on Netflix.
but he is a really, really good actor as well. He's a really accomplished actor. Oh yeah, this is the trailer back then. We were talking about the 8-minute one, but we saw that already on the live stream yesterday or 2 days ago. But yeah, I can't wait to see what he like does like as an actor. Like, what does he bring to the performance of Ozai, especially because Ozai is also getting an expanded look, an expanded role in this version of the Airbender show. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that. Really, really looking forward to that. Anytime Ozai comes on screen, I'm gonna be way too distracted. Pay attention. Yes, Alexis, I can understand. Relatable, so relatable. Giga Chat, I can't. Antoine, did you comment thirst tweet? No, that wasn't me. I swear it wasn't me. I wish it was me. I wish I would have said something about that. But no, unfortunately, it was not. It was not me. It was not me. I didn't do it. I did it. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. This is why we see Ozai's face. Yeah, I know. This is the reason why we see Ozai's face. You can't hide that face. You cannot hide that face. Ain't no way. I would never do that. He's wild. Okay, guys, here's a big article that just came out literally this morning. It's what the main focus of my video that I just posted an hour ago on my YouTube channel is about. So, huge. Prepare yourselves, guys. Cover your butts or something. I don't know. Like, get ready for this because might hurt some of your souls. So, why Avatar: The Last Airbender had to leave room for a season 2 time jump? It's the Stranger Things problem. Showrunner Albert Kim tells EW about making a large-scale show with teen actors who are growing up on screen. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm having such a fun time with you guys. I'm about to give out some... Gonna give you guys some invite links to Discord, because I have a private Discord. But know that I am extremely strict on my Discord. Like, my Discord is an extremely small community. So, if you do get in there and you misbehave, you're out of there. But hold on, I'm trying to get the invite link for you guys right now because we have a chill group today. So I'm gonna share out some links. Give me a second, guys. It's just my computer's very slow because it's streaming and I have all these tabs open. Thank you for the patience, guys, waiting for me. But again, these streams are always very casual, laid back. Never a big thing. All right, cool. Invite people. Let's edit the invite link so that it expires after 1 hour. And let's limit it to 25 uses. Yeah, just 25. I don't want to be bombarded by too many people. All right, so generate a new link. We're going to copy that. All right, guys, in the chat, here it is. Oops, did that not work? There you go. 1, 2, 3. So come on in and behave yourselves if you're on Discord. Just behave yourselves in there. All right, cool. So let's continue on. So this article reads, Netflix's live action Avatar The Last Airbender has not been given the all clear for a second season just yet. And some of the creatives, quite frankly, don't seem to have room in their brains to even think about that. The behind-the-scenes team is preoccupied with finishing up the season 1 episodes before February 22nd, which is crazy. They're saying that they're still working on the show, even though they have like 3 weeks left. Like a month left to go. Like 3 weeks left to get the thing out. There's still a lot of work that has to be done, and it's a race to the finish line at this point. Showrunner Albert Kim tells EW. So right now, that's all I'm consumed with. I don't want to think about tomorrow yet. That said, there were certain logistical factors of making an epic fantasy drama of this scale that forced Kim to account for the possibility of more seasons. 1, his core 4 actors are aging up on screen before our eyes, and as we've been saying all day today with Gordon Cormier in particular. And 2, it takes time to both film and produce a single season of Avatar. Because yeah, they started filming, like back in like 2021. I want to say it took them like 2 years to film the first season, I think. Season 1 finished filming in British Columbia in the summer of 2022, and the crew had been entrenched in post-production since. Gordon Cormier, who stars as Aang, auditioned for the part at the age of 11 and is now 14. Kia Wintio, who plays Waterbender Katara, started her Avatar journey at 14 and is now 17, and so on. All 3 seasons of the animated series essentially take place in the course of 1 calendar year, Kim says of the original Nickelodeon animated show. There was no way we could do that, so we had to design this first season especially to accommodate the possibility of some time elapsing between the first and second season. Part of that strategy involves Sozin's Comet, which fans of the original series are already familiar with, and newbies can spot cutting across the night skies in the trailers. The comet was their ticking clock, Kim explains. We removed. Okay, let me say that again for anybody in the back who's not paying attention. We removed that particular ticking clock from our show for now because we couldn't know exactly how old our actors would be for the subsequent seasons. Take some time to process that. We definitely thought about that going into season 1 so that we can accommodate for puberty, adolescence, time passing, and all of those fun things that happen to real life humans, that happens to human beings that don't happen to be animated characters. Perhaps it's something Kim and his team can revisit in a future season, but first things first. Finish season 1 and see how viewers respond to it. There are other ways in which the live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender will remix and reimagine the original source material, but it will still maintain the familiar beats in a fantasy world inspired by ancient Asian and indigenous cultures. And then they talk about what Avatar is like. We already know about that. And they talk about Aang is been missing for 100 years, and basically just going over the plot. So yeah, they're cutting Sozin's Comet from season 1. Yeah. Oh, Gavin, just watched your recent vid, and I think it's pretty obvious that Avatar Studios doesn't want to acknowledge Netflix show too much in case it winds up being asked. That's fair. You know what, Gavin? That'd be really funny if the show drops on Netflix, it does super well, and then all of a sudden you'll see Michael and Brian being like, "Oh yeah, we're happy to see that the show is doing really well." We see Avatar Studios putting out a statement or something like that. But yeah. This it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. But yeah, there's the comment isn't coming for a while. I mean, it might be that they just might, like I said before, maybe they could reset it to the library episode where they figure about the comment in season 2, because if they do get a season 2, they're probably gonna be renewed for a third season as well. So they might just push back all of that acknowledgement, or maybe at the beginning, because you know how at the beginning of book 2 of Earth is when we actually get the full explanation of what the Avatar state even is. Maybe they conflate those two scenes together. Maybe they'll have both the explanation of the Avatar state and the danger of being killed in the Avatar state, obviously to set up the danger of Aang being killed in the Avatar State at the end of that season. And then 2, you can also just, sandwich it in with the explanation of Sozin's comment. Like, hey, so Sozin's comment, you got to be able to do this by the end of 2 years from now, whatever they make the timeline to be. And also, here's how the Avatar State works. Please don't die while you're in the Avatar State. I saw what you were doing at the Northern Water Tribe, and you were being a little bit careless there. Don't do that again. That kind of thing. Yes, there is a comment in the teaser. However, they're saying that the comment as it relates to the current timeline of the show will not be mentioned. Yes, it exists in terms of the original one, like the original comment that set off the 100-year war, but there's going to be no mention of the comment that's coming at the end of the series within that first book. They're removing that. I think they should just move up the comment like 4 years. And that's what I'm saying too. I don't think they should have just totally said, no comment. They should have just been like, 3 years from now. I think that's the safe bet, even with the idea of there being a pushback, because so long as Aang gets past his puberty stage, you have a stability of him looking the same for like quite a little while. We look the same from like ages, what can I say? Like from ages like 8 to like 11, you look pretty much the same. And then from like ages like 12 to about 14, you look about the same. So it wouldn't be so bad. Like if they put a timeline, if they put like a yearly timeline on it, And I think that's what they should have done personally. All right, let me put the music back on. I think they personally should have just said, the timeline is going to be pushed back. Instead of being say like no mention of Sozin whatsoever. Like what? You're cutting the stakes at the knees. Like that's the complete stakes of the entire series, and you're just gonna cut it at the knees. Like what's the alternative? Yeah, I think the comment is going to be several years away. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the purpose of animation. Is that you can have something be held in time for quite a while, but when you have real people, it doesn't work. I don't think cutting out the comment is what Albert Kim meant. I assume the exact arrival of the comment is what they cut out, but I think Aang is still going to find out about it in season 1. I hope so. That's what I'm hoping. Like for you to not even know that Sozin's comment is coming is weird and strange. And I hope that's not the case. Like I really do hope that he just misspoke, and what he really meant to say was like, oh no, we're just not going to put a timestamp on Sozin's comment. That sort of a thing, which I agree with. I'm okay with. I think that's a good decision to not put a time on Sozin's comment, or at least not the same 1 year time limit that we had in the original show. But true, like for newcomers who don't know anything about the show, that could be a nice surprise. Sozin's comment coming back, or showing up in the middle of the series where you're like, oh snap, this is coming, Oh, well, at least they are still having the comment. I thought they were just cutting. Oh, no. They're not cutting the comment entirely. They're just cutting it out in terms of it coming at the end of the series, like the setup for it, where, Avatar Roku is communing with Aang and being like, hey, so there's a comment coming in like the end of the summer and you need to get your shit together. They're cutting out that sequence, basically. LOL, I'm actually excited to see what changes they make. So far, I've been on board with pretty much all the changes they had, except for cutting Zhong. I hate that. This has been the only time where I'm like, I don't know about that, guys. Like, with them having Teo and Omashu having the Mechanist and Omashu, I like that. The idea of possibly June and Jet's episode being intertangled, I like that stuff. The expansion of Zhao, the more inclusions of Avatar Kyoshi and Avatar Karuk, like all of that, I'm cool with. The comment so far has got me a little nervous. A little bit nervous, but yeah, maybe that the reveal is just, and yeah, justice for Zhang, man. Justice for Zhang. I cannot believe they did that. Oh, it's some sad news, not super like big or whatever, but another delay for the comic books, and this is just common for the comic books. Comic books always get delayed all the time. Like that's just the nature of it. But yeah, the comic with June and Iroh no longer coming out on July 2nd and 3rd. It's now coming out on August 6th and 7th. So if you've been really like looking forward, I don't think too many people in the fandom have been really like looking forward to this comic like that much. But if you were, here's an update for you on that. Is there anything else? Oh, guys, the new photos. Oh my God, we had new photos today. Let's look at them, shall we? Yeah, how could they remove the Zhang? I don't understand. I don't get that either, man. I really don't like that decision. Azula looking good. Like, goddamn. Hold on, let me put a poll while we're talking about this. We'll do a poll of which image you guys like the most from today. Which Fire Nation member was your favorite? Question mark. Then we'll do Azula. Oops, sorry. Azula. Oh my god, I would love it if you would just tell. Okay, Azula, Iroh, Ozai, and Zhao. Star poll. But yeah, we have Azula here. I love it. I love how she's in her lightning generation stance. I just don't like how they're not showing us the lightning. Like, there should be lightning around her fingers or something, you know? Unless they're trying to make it seem like she doesn't learn that ability until season 2, which I think would be kind of cool. Like, if we see her over the course of this season developing her power, like we see her starting from like a novice, like, oh, I don't know quite yet how to get this lightning to generate, and then we see her like actually being able to do it, like by the time she gets to season 2, I think that actually can be pretty cool. But I like the look, man. The look is nice. This is the first time I've been like 1,000% confident in Azula's look. Super nice. And of course we have Iroh. Not much to say. The only thing I will say is that like the posters themselves look very overdone, overproduced. And this one, like the background looks very like fake. It looks very fake. But again, I can tell that these are images that they did very quickly, because these are things that they shot with the cast members like a month ago. Like, these aren't the same images of them from the actual show, because these are promo pieces that they've shot in the last month. And then of course we've got Ozai. I mean, guys, this dude is batting 1,000. Like, he's batting a perfect 1,000 on everything Avatar, everything Fire Lord related. What can you say? And then Commander Zhao. Again, I'm actually really, really intrigued to see what they do with Commander Zhao. Like, I really want to see how expanded his storyline is, what this actor is going to do with the performance. I like this, the idea of him having all these minions of soldiers behind him, and, being a destructive force for the Fire Nation, being a mini boss for Team Avatar. But, man, this is some good stuff. Really good posters today. I think the posters today were really killer. Really killer. All right, cool. Let's end the poll and see which one you guys like the most. And then I'm gonna catch up to the chat right now. Okay, actually, let me catch up to the chat first. I'm concerned because the rules of how Aang gets into the Avatar state are going to be changed. Like, yeah, they're gonna change that too. I think they're gonna make it that he can only enter the Avatar state, at least at first, when he's communing directly with one of the Avatar statues, or like one of the Avatar sacred places. So for Zuko. For Roku, that'll be his temple. For Kyoshi, obviously that's going to be Kyoshi Island. And then for Karuk, that's going to be the Spirit Oasis. Which I think I'm okay with. If you're not yet a master of the Avatar state, I think it's better for you not to like fall into it automatically. I think there should be like a medium in between of it. So I'm actually okay with that. Like I said, some of these changes for the live action, I actually do like a lot. Oh yeah, no blue fire on Azula's poster. So I'm like a little bit worried about that. I'm like, where's her blue fire? And the only reason I will be okay with them not having her had blue fire right now is that she's going to progress into it. Like, we'll see her go from like orange fire, and then it's going to shoot into blue fire so that we can see her power progress. That's the only reason I'll be okay with her starting with orange fire, in the same way that I'm okay with her starting with no lightning generation, if we see her progress. Or maybe, oh guys. Okay, what about this? What if her blue fire comes about at the end of her training with lightning generation? I don't think Lo and Lee were cast in the show, so we probably won't see her her twin mentors, the old ladies. You guys know who I'm talking about. The ones who like they took their shirt off and they had the saggy boobs. Imagine that Azula is training with her lightning, and she's trying to figure out how to get lightning generation to work for herself. And in doing so, and like the concentration, everything she's trying to put into it, she shoots out lightning for the first time, and when it comes back as blue fire, and she has blue fire going on. That is, hold on, that is actually kind of good. I'm gonna make that a video probably. Azula, blue fire, and lightning. I love Avatar. I love like talking about it. That would be kind of cool. I heard someone say that it could be the door that Aang first meets Roku. Wait, which door? Oh, yeah. I think that is too. I believe that's the case. The one at the Azula poster. Oh, yeah, maybe they don't want to spoil it for the newcomers. The Blue Fire. That's fair. That's very fair. Yeah, and to be fair, it's just a poster. And also that's not her fire. That's just the fire of the temple. So, we can let it pass. But my eye is now on that. My eye's on that. I'm interested to learn how she learned her archery. I mean, she did go to that royal family school, yeah, which you're mentioning as well, which is how she met Ty Lee and how she met May. Zuko, Zhao looks like a psycho there. That's crazy. I'm really excited to see what they do with Zhao. How much do you think we'll see May and Ty Lee? I think they're going to be background characters. I don't think we're going to get a lot from them. Not going to lie, I like that tagline, master your element. I don't mind it either. I think it's a good tagline. No issue with the tagline whatsoever. I think the tagline is really cool. Zhao looks better in this picture here. You mean like looking more like the show Zhao? I guess. I mean, I just like him. I just know this actor. I've seen him act in so many things. Even seeing that look from him, I'm like, he's going to kill it. I can tell he's going to kill this role. I think they included Azula. Zhao looks better in this. This has to be one of Netflix's best recent works. We're fingers crossed. King Boomy poster win. Yeah, I would like to see a King Boomy poster at some point. Yeah, Ko is going to be there. Yeah, Ko's going to be there. Yep, exactly. Remember when Azula was a child, her fire was orange? Yep, that's true. Azula didn't develop her blue fire until later in life. So maybe we can see the origin point of her blue fire. That would be cool. Oh, someone's like, okay, I can see that you guys are looking at my theory. Imagine if it went orange to yellow to white to blue as she masters firebending more. That's what I'm saying. As she's learning lightning generation, which is blue, she develops her blue fire. That would be dope. I am Lord Ozai, and I have the ultimate power of Riz bending. Yeah, exactly. I hope firebenders actually make fists most of the time when shooting fire. Oh, that's true. We have seen... That's true that Iroh was doing more of like a Tai Chi move with his fire. He was doing more like a Hadouken. He wasn't really doing a fist. That's true. I don't really think about firebending that much, about being like, very fist-oriented, but you're right. That would be cool. Yeah, that would be dope. She learns lightning in the show, and then her fire, her blue fire manifests. That would be cool. I am worried about how earthbending will look, and of course, Boomy looked hella rough. Yeah, I think earthbending actually might be the roughest thing to make look natural. I think water looks great. I think the stuff they've been doing with the waterbending, the firebending's been looking great. The airbending is looking great. I think earth is going to be the one that's going to be a little bit rough. But that's kind of fine. Maybe they can they're testing the waters for this first season, and then when book 2, when you really have to make sure earth works because you have freaking Toph, that's when you have that developed. Yeah, Azula turning her flames blue during lightning generation is an interesting idea. I like that idea. Quite a lot. I like that idea a lot. I kind of hope that's what they do. My only concern is Zuko needs to be a real villain. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they might be giving a little bit too much to Zhao from what I'm noticing in the trailer so far. And we gotta give Zuko his props. Oh wow, we actually caught up. I think so, because that was the last story that we had. Yep. All right, guys. So the last thing we're gonna watch is something that's not necessarily Avatar news, but it is a YouTuber who I watch a lot, and he's over here talking about, I'm worried about Netflix, Avatar. I kind of want to see what he has to say about it and hear someone who is more negative about the show. Because I have a feeling that in watching this, what he's going to say is we don't need a live action. What's the point of a live action? And I already made a video about why I think a live action is worthy and needed, and it's not for us. It's not for us, the uber fans of the animated show. It's for people like my dad, who to this day has not watched the animated show. He's only watched the movie, and he actually liked the movie. He actually was into the M. Night movie. Or people like The Last of Us on HBO. And I mentioned this in my video. There are so many people who are not familiar with The Last of Us storyline, which has a very, very good storyline, because it was a video game. Some people just simply do not play video games. Not everybody is wallowing like us nerds in every freaking medium. Like we're reading books, we're reading comics, we're watching TV shows, we're playing video games, we're going to the movies, we're watching streaming services. Some people just do one thing. They're like, I only watch live action stuff, This is kind of for them, A live action show is for that kind of audience. That's like, I'm not watching something animated. I'll watch live action though, but I'm not going to watch animation. it's for a new audience. It's for a newer audience, and as a cherry on top, it's kind of nice for us because we're like, oh, it would be neat because it is neat to just see something come to live action. You know, it is cool just to see something go from animation and even, like, for instance, I'm sure a lot of us here in this chat have been to comic conventions. When you walk in there and you see like an Aang walking by you, or you see like a Katara or like a Toph, you're like, oh, that's so cool. And then you have like this, there's this feeling that stirs in you of like this joy of being able to see something like in reality. So there's, you know, that part as well, you know. So yes, we're going to watch this video and see how this person, you know, makes this, you know. Yeah. See, like, I agree. Live action is going to blow my family away. Like, yeah, it's hard to make people watch, especially that first season of Avatar in particular. It's hard to get people to sit through that. But all right, cool. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say.
CaptainMidnight.
This video is brought to you by Brilliant.
Oh,
okay,
this is so slow. So for me, guys, I default my videos to like 1.5 speed. So this is really weird hearing someone talk so slow.
Good chance people are going to accuse me of being too negative on this one, and hey, maybe they're right. But even though the show itself is coming out pretty soon, and I'll be happy to reassess, I don't think I'm quite as sold on this Netflix live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender trailer as apparently a lot of people online.
Wait, why is everything off
I
center?
think this is going to be a shorter video, but I wanted to talk about it, and specifically what I'm really hoping to get a sense of that we didn't really get into in this trailer. Before I fully jump in, though, I do want to ask, what did you think of the trailer?
Loved it.
Everything you'd hoped it would
Loved
be?
the trailer.
Are you still not sold on the
It's
show?
not perfect, but
let me know down
loved
in
it.
the comments. I'm really interested to see the responses on this one.
The Fire Nation is invading. Only air-launching Aang and Appa can stop them.
So one sentiment
Commentary
I
said
see
Appa.
popping up over and over again about this trailer is how excited people are that it looks a lot more faithful to the source material than the 2010 film. And like, yeah, that's true. I don't think that's a particularly high or notable bar. Like, that movie didn't even pronounce the main character's name the same way. I actually covered that one a few years ago, and if you want to check that out, I'll try to put a
Though
link
to be
down
fair,
somewhere.
that's how
But
you're
yeah,
supposed to
if
pronounce
you judge the trailer on it being
like
closer
in
to
East
the
Asia.
show you love than the previous attempt at a live-action Airbender, I'm sure it's going to win that battle with ease. And it helps that the original show is now firmly entrenched as a beloved nostalgia item in the way it wasn't when the M. Night movie was being made. I'm
That's
sure
fair.
Netflix is very, very happy to lean into that. What I start to wonder, though, watching this trailer through a few times, is what is this show bringing to the table that the original animated series didn't already give us?
So I think he's not familiar with the notion of all this new stuff that's coming out, or how they're recreating the show in a lot of ways. Also, how do you guys watch things at normal speed? I cannot do this. Can we put a poll? Can we like put this to 1.5 at least? I'm putting a poll. Okay. Hold on. What is the play? What playback? This is actually so slow to me. What playback is okay for this video? And this guy kind of talks kind of slow too. So it's like normal 1.25 add option. 1.5 add option. We won't do 2 times. Like that's a little bit too crazy. I mean, I do 2 times for me personally, but hold on. I'm gonna start a poll because man, can we like speed this up a little bit? Video is kind of quiet. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me increase it for you guys. I will increase it. All right, and then 175 is where we're at. Hold on, let me refresh this page real quick.
I see popping up over and over again about
okay. Whoa, did I just get a like from him? Oh, nice. Okay, we're gonna for that. I just watched this video like 20 minutes ago. The culturally correct pronunciation doesn't exist in Boston. I mean, to be completely fair, yeah, like it's a fantasy show, so the pronunciation is what the show says the pronunciation is. But people who like, there's a little bit of intellectual dishonesty about like Aang's pronunciation. I mean, if the M. Night movie didn't suck as much as it did, I think the conversation around like the pronunciation of the name would be a little bit different. But yeah, we won't get into that. But East Asia usually says Ong, just like they say Yangchen, not Yangchen. Who do you think the live action debut ratings will be? Wait. Oh, what do you think the live action debut? I think it's gonna be one of the biggest Netflix shows. I think it's gonna be bigger than One Piece at least. I think it's gonna be like in between Stranger Things and One Piece. All right, cool. Let's in the poll right now. Where I think it's going to be bigger than One Piece, but not as big as Stranger Things. That's gonna be my guess. It could be possibly better than bigger than Stranger Things, but I doubt that. Like Stranger Things is like a huge anomaly. All right, cool. We are gonna play at 1.25. Even that's gonna be too slow to me, but you know what? We're doing this. We're doing this. Oh wow, my latest video is doing pretty well. 4.1k views. Nice. In like the first 2 hours. That's actually pretty good for me. Like for me. That's so funny. I literally watched that vid, the video we're watching right now, then Antoine's most recent vid, then I happened upon this stream. That's so cool. How old is the video? This video is like 2 hours old.
How excited people are that it looks a lot more faithful to the source material than the 20.
All right, let's continue.
Show is now firmly entrenched as a beloved nostalgia.
And sorry, I'll stop pausing, guys. I'll just let the video play.
Item in the way it wasn't when the M. Night movie was being made. I'm sure Netflix is very, very happy to lean into that. What I start to wonder, though, watching this trailer through a few times, is what is the show bringing to the table that the original animated series didn't already give us? Is there a nice feeling of recognition in seeing this new Aang crash into a statue like he did in the show's intro every week back in the 2000s? Sure, but does recreating those moments alone really justify this show's entire existence? To me,
yes.
No, especially not when, frankly, the animated show appears to be a lot more bright and expressive. That scene I mentioned just has so much more vibrance and personality than it looks to have in this trailer, and that worries me. I understand why people are so excited about this, but I really hope the show doesn't just turn out to be an 8-episode Cliff Notes version of that first season.
It's not.
This trailer didn't exactly go a long way towards convincing me it won't be. And maybe that's what people want. I mean, maybe that's what you want. A highlight reel of some of our favorite Last Airbender moments played out in live action. If that idea really does it for you, I'm glad, but that just doesn't seem like all that exciting of a prospect to me. The first season of Avatar: The Last Airbender is this perfect hybrid of an exciting serialized narrative combined with old school episodic TV storytelling. And yeah, it would totally be...
Okay, I lied. Sorry, I'm gonna pause. It's so funny that his video came out, I think, the same time I did. Look at the thing about his. So his title is, I'm worried about Netflix's Avatar: The Last Airbender. And the reasoning for it, obviously, because you have to watch the video to see what the reasoning is. And his reason is because it feels like it's too faithful to the original show and it's not anything new. And if you look over here on the side, I don't know if you can see it because I think my head might be covering it. And you see my title, it says Netflix Avatar cutting major plot. It's basically saying the complete opposite of what he's saying. Like the thing that he wants is the thing that I actually reported about this morning, which is just funny to me. Anyway, sorry. Let me continue. Sorry for pausing so much.
Possible to lose some episodes and narrative threads from them and still tell the overall season story in a truncated form. But I'm kind of confused why anyone would want that. What we have in Book 1 of Avatar is an extremely well-balanced and well-executed assortment of stories and tones, allowing us to spend time
I actually
with these
don't agree with
their
that.
heaviest
I think
moments
season 1
and
is
ones.
the weaker,
heavy prophecy
weaker
stuff and the mostly
season.
standalone episodic interpersonal squabbles, something that 20 episodes gives them the breathing room to do. But it really won't be easy in 8, even if they are longer episodes, and I assume they will be, unless some episodes divide themselves into 2 distinct stories or function like a series of vignettes, a la The Tales of Ba Sing Se, which I would actually like to see, but it probably won't happen given Netflix needs that bingeable forward momentum that they usually want from these big expensive shows. And I'm afraid that the aspect that will suffer most from this is the humor and, maybe most importantly, the group camaraderie of the kids. We really don't get much of that in this trailer. It's also easily the biggest place where the live action version fell flat on its face.
I feel like he's a little... Okay, I lied, guys. I'm gonna keep pausing every now and again. He feels like the Avatar fandom like a month ago. I feel like he's like a little bit behind. Like he hasn't been keeping up in the same way that we've been keeping up, right? Because we're like super nerdy about all this stuff. But he's basically having all the same feelings that we had. Like this is the same stuff that I was talking about like a month or 2 months ago. Until we start getting more stuff about like the comedy bits in it and like seeing like all the other elements, or reading all these articles from Albert Kim, stuff like that, where he deliberately says, hey, no, there's comedy in this stuff. So it's just funny. Like I think he's just like a little bit like, this is like a time capsule, and it seems like we're just looking at an Avatar fan from like back in the day. Stop laughing at me, guys. I'm sorry, I keep pausing it.
Last time. There's that kind of awkward moment where Momo lands on Sokka's head and Aang and Katara laugh. It plays pretty stiltedly here, but I'll withhold any actual judgment for now and just chalk that up to choppy trailer editing. Still, I don't envy the new show on this front. That's going to be really tough chemistry to recreate. Going back and rewatching the original, I've come to really appreciate how well animated it was when it comes to these characters' expressiveness, and how it would allow those characters, especially Sokka, to be animated in a very over-the-top way to sell a funny line or a bit of physical comedy.
Note how all of these things that he's looking at getting from is from like season 2 and 3.
A lot more than people assume.
The expressions.
I will say that the One Piece adaptation on Netflix seems to be giving people a lot of hope for this as well. And I will say right now, I'm not the best person to talk about that. I haven't seen it. I've barely watched the anime. I think I read some of the manga way back in like 2008 or something. It's just not my thing. From everything I hear though, the Netflix version seems to be satisfying fans in a way that people were not expecting based on their previous attempts at turning animated shows into live action. And that's cool. I'm glad One Piece was seemingly able to pull that off. But I think there's a pretty big difference between a show where the creator of the original was there to oversee everything and Netflix's Avatar situation where the creators of the show literally quit. Now, does that spell complete doom? Definitely not. There's plenty of good adaptations that don't have the original writer or creative team involved. And many times, fresh eyes can bring something new to the table. But what I'm most eager to see now is what those fresh elements are. I do think the cast has a lot of potential. I'm especially excited to see...
So yeah, I wonder what he would say if he was presented with the information that exists out there. Because obviously I think he's coming into it as a casual. In that he's just looking at these trailers and maybe he's seen like a few posters online, but I don't think he knows all like the behind the scenes things. Like I don't think he knows about the expansion of the past lives with Avatar Kuruk and Avatar Kyoshi. Now that's gonna work. I don't think he knows anything about the expansion of Zhao's storyline, how they're combining elements of the show, like how the Northern Air Temple is basically being combined with Omashu, how June is being brought in this in a different situation. The new character of Yukari, who is, Kyoshi's mom, or Suki's mom on Kyoshi Island. So I wonder, as a follow-up, if he knew all of these elements, which I don't seem like he knows about or is privy to, what his feelings would be then. But yeah, let me get to you. Man, look at that. This was, guys, by the way, this is Ozai. This is the first time I ever became aware of Daniel Dae Kim, was on the TV show Lost, where he was speaking Korean, which is very funny. Sorry, guys, I keep pausing and like going on tangents and things like that. But this is what a live stream is. You get raw Antoine. You don't get the edited version of Antoine here. And I'll catch up on the chat because I see you guys talking a lot in the chat right now. I'm not trying to like rush through that. What was I gonna say? It's very funny because I had a Korean friend at the time. She was actually the valedictorian of my school, which is why I was friends with her for a little bit, because she was really smart. And I was like, I'm not doing very well in school. Anyway, so she used to tell me that his Korean was really bad because he's actually American. Like Daniel Dae Kim is American. He's not Korean. I mean, he's Korean American, but he's not like Korean. So she was always saying, "Oh yeah, like his Korean is really bad on that show." And on the show, he was supposed to be someone who only speaks Korean. His character was supposed to be a Korean man with a Korean wife, and the Korean wife apparently was like a real Korean actress, whatever. Anyway, so this is what he looked like freaking 20 years ago, maybe even more. Like, did Lost come out 20 years ago? Did Lost come out 20 years ago? Oh my God, I think it almost did. This is what he looked like 20 years ago. And you guys saw what it looks like today. Like, the dude's aging like fine wine out here. Fine wine. Fine wine. Anyway, let's continue.
Who also previously voiced General Fong in the original show, and Hiroshi Sato in Korra, take on the role of the Fire Lord here. I'm always happy to see him pop up outside of network TV, cop, and doctor shows where he's remained a steady presence for decades. I'm really excited to see more of the entire Fire Nation cast in general. If I see one area of The Last Airbender where I think an adaptation aimed at a slightly older audience could really benefit the story they're telling, it's Zuko's family and the political jockey and brutality of the Fire Nation leadership. Not that the animated show didn't handle this well, it did, but I think there's still some untilled soil there, and some character dynamics that they could explore more fully without having to worry about the network content standards of a kid's cable channel. Overall, this trailer didn't do much to change my opinion of the project. Hopeful, but I'm not totally sure why it needs to exist. We have a great version of this story already, and it doesn't need a live action version to be granted respectability or something.
Yeah, I think he's coming at it from his own, which is fine, because that's what you're actually supposed to do. I feel like on your YouTube channel, in particular, it's YouTube. It should be about how you feel about a situation. And he's coming from it not from a more objective standpoint, if that makes sense. He's coming from his own, his own opinion, his own thing. He's like, myself, CaptainMidnight, do not want a live action. I don't see why it's necessary. But for me, and I was the same as him, like literally for the past 3 years, I was the same as well. It's like, there's no reason to have this happen until Last of Us came out. And I saw how much that broadened that fan base, or how so many more people were able to experience that story, which I think was a very well told story to a broader audience. Now everybody knows what Last of Us is and understands the storyline and the dynamics between Joel and Ellie. I think that same thing can happen for Last Airbender. And what could have happened with the M. Night movie if it wasn't so terribly done. So yeah, that's my feelings on that. So yeah.
I just really hope this new one has a reason to exist beyond name recognition and nostalgia. And
I don't think he's a hater, though.
To be honest, nothing here really sold me on that being the case. But here's hoping I'm proved completely wrong when the show begins on February 22nd. As we get older, it's so easy to stop.
Okay, and then
learning
he's
things
gonna
and
do his little ads. All right, cool. So let me move over because that's all of our. I know it was a big month, guys. I told you guys. I remember like last month or something. I was like, people were like, man, there's like nothing going on. It's so quiet. You don't do any like live streams. I'm like, don't worry. Once stuff starts popping off, it's gonna pop off. And there's gonna be too much of it. This is our longest live stream we've done for like a Avatar recap, whatever. Like, how long have I been streaming for? I don't even know how much I've been streaming for. It doesn't say on here. I think like we're coming up on like an hour and a half or 2 hours, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, let me catch up on the chat. My bad, guys. I'm so bad at this. I heard they're an hour long as well. Yeah, the episodes are an hour long. I disagree with him, to be honest. I've wanted to see a good live action Avatar for a long time. Me too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if we go back to 2010, so many of us. I think the only reason people are so like against a live action really is because it was so poorly done in 2010. But before 2010 happened, before that movie came out, so many people were into it. So many people were just like we want to see this in live action because it's cool. It is cool to see animated shit turned into live action. Like there's just a baseline cool level to that. Awkward. Wait, what? Problem with the Great Divide? This guy isn't even giving it a chance. That is unfair. I mean, yeah, I get where he's coming from though. I was where he was 6 months ago. Like 6 months ago, I was exactly where that guy was at. Like for real. But I think it's because he's not privy to a lot of what's come out about it, like the articles and, you know, the behind the scenes stuff, which casuals would not, you know, they would not be, you know, privy to that kind of thing. But I think he's gonna change his tune when the show actually comes out, or we hope so, because it could be still shitty. Like even though the trailers and the promotional stuff have been great, still could be bad. Like that's still very much a factor. Still could very much be a factor. You're fine, that's one. That's the purpose of reacting to videos. Bro, aged backwards. Yeah, dude. Daniel Day Kim aged backwards. This new show is going to be as long or longer than the original. Yeah. And there are definitely episodes that have been cut, which means most likely that there will be more time to put into the other storylines. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. All right, you know what, guys? I'm sorry. I might have missed some comments. If you want to like re-comment things that you said before, just say it again because I missed so many. They said something coming out on Monday. Yeah, I saw that too. There's some new thing that's going to... I'm going to be busy for like the next month. No, next like 2 months, guys. I'm going to be... That's why I didn't want them to do the binge version of the show, because it just means I'm going to be working overtime on this YouTube channel. But that's fine. You know, it is what it is. That's the nature of it. Did you see Hello Future Me's comment on Captain Midnight's video? Oh, I haven't. Oh, let me check it right now. Oh, it may be popular, but it'll be very difficult for it to make its own impact. Unlike adapting a video game or novel, I doubt it'll drive people towards the original source material as much because they don't feel as different. They don't feel like different experiences. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think some people want there to be a push to what I'm trying to say, like for some people, they're like, oh, I hope that this adaptation. Now, thank you for whoever who said this in the comments for pointing this out to me. Their goal or what they want is that, oh yeah, watch the original and then like go to the source material. Like, no, that's not always going to be the case for most people. Like, yes, it is for some people. Like for me, like if I end up watching One Piece because I'm going to get Netflix next month for Avatar, obviously, which means I am going to peruse over to One Piece and see what that's all about. If I watch that and I enjoy it, then yeah, I might get into the anime or I might get into the manga. Same that I heard recently that they're going to be redoing the One Piece manga. They're going to remaster it. If that is the case, and they do that, then yeah, then you get a new fan out of me. But that's because that's me specifically. I'm a nerd. Like, I'm a geek. I like this kind of stuff. If it's my dad, he's just going to watch live action, and that's going to be it. He's not going to go back to the source material. He's like, no, I already saw that story. And that's okay. Like, it's okay for people just to like one thing. Not everything needs to be about funneling back to the source material. It's just about someone enjoying the base storyline. You know, like that's what it should be, at least for me. Like, I've completely changed my tune on it, but like that's how I feel like it should be. Anyway, let me continue reading this comment. I doubt it'll drive people towards the original source material as much because they don't feel like it's a different experience. While it will probably be good, it needs to expand on what's there visually and narratively to become its own thing. I also want to note that the original creators leaving the project doesn't worry me as much. People leave for a myriad of reasons, for complex reasons, and so much of that show's magic was from other writers. Ooh. I don't like that, though. I don't like that little comment he made. I don't like that little jab he made. Because here's the thing, and I know exactly what he's alluding to. He's alluding to Aaron Ehasz, which in the fan base you'll hear all the time. They think he's like the godsend. And I'll tell you why he's not. So people will always say, you know, Legend of Korra and stuff like that. Oh, it fell off so much because they didn't have Aaron Ehasz in like that whole writing crew. And I disagree. And I disagree with that because if you look at a little show called The Dragon Prince, which is the most mid show I've ever seen. I mean, granted, I haven't gone past, I think, season 2 of that show. But my experience with that first 2 seasons is it was a very ordinary show. And then even in terms of like the zeitgeist and like the fervor and the conversations about Dragon Prince online is not that strong. It's not as strong as it was with The Last Airbender. But you don't hear that same thing because I think what happened with Dragon Prince is that, well, one, it's new, so you don't have like the nostalgia stuff and like the disappointment part of it. It's an entirely new thing, so you don't have that same thing. But if it was just as mid, as it is, that goes to show you that it's a collaborative thing. And I think people don't appreciate enough the collaboration that goes into a film, that goes into an animation, that goes into a television series. It's never just one guy. It's never 2 guys, not even 3 or 4 people in the room. Several. The Office, great because of the writer's room, not because of a writer. And I hate when he does this a lot. Hello Future Me does that a lot. He does a lot of small little jabs at the original creators. And a lot of people in the fan base do that. Not just him. And I always resent that because of the examples of what other people on that same writing crew who he deems to be, the godsend of that series, what they're doing afterwards, which isn't that amazing either. As for his comment about the time difference, I believe the OG season 1 is about 18 episodes divided by... Yeah. There's actually going to be a longer runtime for the Netflix series than on the original show, because the original show had 20 episodes, but they were all 22 minutes long. Netflix is doing 8 episodes, which are all going to be 8 hours. An hour long each. So yeah, it actually equates to actually being very similar. And I think actually the Netflix show edges out a little bit. Watching One Piece on Netflix gave me hope for the live action era. Avatar live action, yeah, same with me. Or I haven't seen it yet, but like seeing what they were able to do with that and how happy the fan base of One Piece was with that, I think that is going to help a lot. No, Hello Future Me loves Korra, but he loves jabbing at the original creators quite often. You'll see it if you watch a lot of his videos. You'll see that he does it very subtly because he tries to seem neutral, but he's not as neutral as he comes off. And yeah, I think Korra is great too. Like, I don't think it's as good as Airbender. I do prefer Airbender as an overarching story, but there are elements of Korra that are better than the original show. And I really, really, really do enjoy Korra quite a bit. Agree with the 2010 trailer being good. I may have been 12 at the time, but I was fooled. Yeah, I was just saying, like, everybody was hyped for the movie. Like, people tried to act like, oh no one was excited for a live action. No one wanted a live action. But it's like, no, dude, we were all ready for that live action to be awesome. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say Dragon Prince is bad. Dragon Prince is not bad, but it's mid. It's not crazy good. It's not like masterpiece, Last Airbender levels, which some people try to make it out to be because they're trying to like hold on to the Aaron Nihas is like the magic sauce of that. The magic sauce is all of them working together. The best scenario, I would say, going forward for Avatar Studios, it's not going to happen, but it's for all the entire team to get back together, not for it being piecemeal. Oh, and then someone else said Golden Age says, yeah, he dropped Dragon Prince after season 4 or season 3. Oh, and then someone else says Dragon Prince was good until season 4. So yeah, there's a lot of people who are just like dropping off. And again, like I don't hear the same criticisms, possibly because Dragon Prince is a new IP and not something that's related to something that people have cherished in their mind, like an Avatar. They actually included a lot more footage in the trailer that they completely omitted from the film, like Katara and Sokka from the first episode's intro. Oh, you're talking about the original, right? I think you're talking about the original. Fast and Furious Spy Racers had 2 major writers of Avatar, Tim Hedrick and Joshua Hamilton. Fast and Furious Spy Racers, I don't even know what that is. Among other things, I get why seeing the show, or even I'll say Dave Filoni used to be a director. I think writer. I don't know if he wrote, but I know for sure he was a director on the first Airbender. And now people love Clone Wars. I'm not a big fan of Clone Wars. I think Dave Filoni's. I like Dave Filoni more for him being a creative director, but not like a director. Like I think his style is very vanilla and very mid, which I think people are starting to like understand about Dave Filoni a little bit more now. But yes, I'm saying like all those people like scattered, not so great, together, great, like collaborations. That's what I want people to take away from that. It's the collaborative effort of these things that matter more than like the individual accomplishments of any one person. Like it takes a village. Yeah, Theo also saying that Dragon Prince is mid. Someone else saying like they liked it. Dragon Prince is really good. Korra is. I would say I don't think this is very controversial because I'm an Avatar fan or very surprising. I greatly prefer Legend of Korra to Dragon Prince. So, you know, that whole Aaron Ehas, you know, needs to be involved for something to be great. While true in a collaborative sense, I don't think it's a one-way trip in that sense. Wait, are we seeing Kuruk live action? Yes, we are. Avatar Kuruk has been cast. He is going to be in season 1 of Airbender. And I'm hoping that because they know the full backstory of that Avatar, that we will see the full backstory. Trying to like catch up with you guys. Kyoshi Warriors were supposed to feature too and were cut. Wait, are you oh, you're talking about the movie right now, right? I'm like I'm off. So fingers crossed for this adaptation. The magic sauce is Sokka's voice actor, I think. Yeah, I know. Sokka, what's his name? Dos Santos? I forget his, Jack DeSena. Jack DeSena. Yeah. We were all hyped for the 2010 film. Like, don't front. You'll see so many Avatar fans, like, front today, like, acting like they weren't incredibly excited for the 2010 movie. Nah, they were. Oh, nah. Fast and Furious Spy Racers was full of red flags. I'm legit sitting here wondering who approved it for production. Yes, I'm saying, like, all the elements, all these people separately. Oh, I got a package. Well, that's okay. I'm about to wrap up right now, so we'll look at that in a second. But I have been waiting for my Friday package to come in from Amazon. I'm still worried about the creators leaving because of creative differences, and I am too. Like, I'm not gonna say like I'm not worried, but I also don't think it's a deal breaker either. Because I think what they wanted, and this is me assuming, I don't know at all what it is. I mean, one part of it obviously is going to be, you know, that they want to go with Avatar Studios and make their own studio. But the other aspect is that they might have wanted it to be more of a one-for-one adaptation. And I think it's actually better if this is not a one-for-one adaptation. That's why I actually am interested to watch it, to see what they expand on, what kind of commentary they're going to have for the show. So a lot of people are giving Aaron Ehas's ex-wife, Elizabeth, the credit. Oh, that too. I mean, whatever you say, like Aaron himself or his wife, who also worked on the show. People try to make it seem like the Aaron Ehas cap is like the only way Avatar can be saved, which I think is partially true. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that's like. I don't think keeping him away from the production is like the solution or whatever. Like, no, he definitely. I think my thing is that the solution is that everyone should come back together. Like, that whole team should come back together. But it's hard to do that, you know. The Avatar is uploaded to... Well, he always uploads. He uploads about news stories all the time. But the thing about Avatar is he doesn't really give his opinion that much. All that much, you know. I wish I would... I want to hear a little bit more of his opinion. He's sometimes a little bit neutral sometimes. Dragon Prince is definitely a rough show. They clearly had no idea how much Netflix would support them. Book 4 was rough. Book 5 was mid. Although wow, they're on book 5 now? Sheesh. Although I love their version of Bloodbending. Ooh, cool. They have a Bloodbending version. Claudia's journey in book 6 is looking to be interesting. Netflix doesn't want to screw this up. They want Avatar to be their next Stranger Things. Yeah, for sure. So I'm sure they want this to be amazing. I was like 7 when the live action movie came out. I didn't even remember if I was excited. You probably were. Well, actually, I don't know. It is, you know. Yeah, Aaron was responsible chiefly for Zuko having an arc. Or not even just that he has an arc, but he actually, it was his idea to not have him be redeemed in book 2, which originally was going to be the notion. He actually said, hey, no. Like, Zuko should actually, you know, see an opportunity to regain his honor through his family. He should go back to that before he goes to Team Avatar. Random question, but who's my favorite superhero? Spider-Man. I know it's a very basic question, but I mean, Spider-Man's amazing. All right, cool. So I think this is going to end the stream because it was a long stream today, guys. We went through a lot today. It was fun though. It was really fun hanging out with all of you guys, and talking and discussing and geeking out about Avatar. It's really fun. I love this moment in time that we get to have because we can, you know, talk about everything as we've been talking about it. You know. Oh, the Avatarist was throwing shade at the creators on his live? Oh, okay. See, that's the thing. I don't usually get to see him. And that's the thing, because I think I mostly watch him only via his, like, edited videos. And that's the thing. I don't get to see him live as often. But, yeah, I would love to hear more of his opinions. Because I don't know what his opinion... Like, I know what Airspeed Prime... Like, I know him very well. I know what his opinions are. More closely aligned to me. Although I think he's more on the spectrum of, like, he really, really likes Korra. And I like Korra. And he's, like, on the like the super love side, and particularly book 2 is his favorite. The Objective Geek, I know him. I know all those old guys like the Avatar Critic, but like this new age version of Avatar YouTubers, I'm not as familiar with them. But yeah, so oh man, my music went off. Oh no, let's do this one more time. Let's play the first song, which was really nice. But yeah, I'm gonna say goodbye. This is the part where I say goodbye. I've been streaming for a while. I need to get to work. Have some YouTube, not YouTube videos. I have some what's my word? There's a word for this. Audiobooks. I have to edit some audiobooks for some clients today and do some writing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been real, guys. Thank you for being around. You know, yes, sir, Spidey fan. You better believe it. Hell yeah, I'm a Spider-Man fan. Chili Hog, I thank you for coming out. Bye. See you later. Christopher Killian. See you later. Lucas Ricksteins. See you later. Actually, you know what, guys? I actually want to do something. But actually, before we get off right now, I actually want to do a raid. Let me raid somebody who is live streaming. But I don't know who I can freaking raid because there's like no Avatar people who are like streaming right now. Like what? Right? Like who can we raid? Actually, you know what? I'm thinking like I'm on Twitch or something like that. This isn't Twitch. This is YouTube. This is different. Anyway, sorry guys. We're not gonna raid anybody because you can't really raid on the Avatar channel. But maybe in the future we'll do some raids if we see a lot more stuff happening. Have a good night. Bye, Benny. Bye, Mr. Detective. Raven Nay, Jimmy J. Peace out. P. Dylan. Ram, Ali, Ife, I like that name a lot. Lucas, Decrepit Storm, Ethan Craig, Trill Visuals, It's Graydon, 13 Ways, Epic Randomness, Master Detective, J2, Alt Delete Control, which breaks my brain. It's supposed to be Control Alt Delete, breaks my brain. SW, I'm Gabby Smith. Hot Man, oh wait, no, you're not Hot Man. W is your name. Melanated Cutie. Hey, thank you so much for becoming a mod on the channel. Thank you for your awesome and informative live per usual, and thank you for making me a mod. Good night. Oh, Melanated Cutie. Thank you for being around and being awesome. Chili Hog, see you later, and me, see you later. Bye, guys. Remember, peace. Much love to you. Be water, my friends. Be water, my friends.